Welcome to historic Hershey Stadium here in Hershey, Pennsylvania for tonight's presentation of High School Sports Live TV football right here on Fox 43.2. It's Lower Dauphin tonight against Elizabethtown, all brought to you by the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. Good evening, I'm Gary Sutton, and we have a great show for you here tonight. We've got all kinds of special guests. We've got Rob Clark, the former coach of Lower Dauphin. He won a district championship here back in 2013. Joey Julius, some of you remember the guy who kicked and also hit a few people at Penn State. Well, he was a kicker on that team back in 2013, and you're going to get a chance to meet him tonight. Josh Borelli, the head coach over at Lower Dauphin, is a guy who took over from Rob Clark. We'll have the spotlight shining on him tonight as well, and several great players here for Lower Dauphin at the present time as we shine that student spotlight. Bill Chase will be joining me here tonight as well, and we'll do some chalk talk with you, and we're looking forward to also meeting up with Andrew Callista from Fox 43. It's going to be a lot of fun here in the pregame show. We've got two teams coming in here, both undefeated, one by virtue of a 2-0 forfeit win from Middletown. That's Lower Dauphin. But then they won over Twin Valley last week on a field goal. Strangely enough, we're talking about Joey Julius. On the other side, you got a team coming in here averaging 47 points a game in the Elizabethtown Bears. Keith Stokes has done a great job in his first year getting this team flying. We're going to get a chance to see their offense in action here tonight. It's all going to come to you your way on High School Sports Live TV right here on Fox 43.2 as we're part of the football frenzy here on a Friday, coming to you live from Hershey Stadium, the sweetest town, the sweetest place on earth. Back with more right after this.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at Giambavo.com.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Welcome to Hershey Stadium, and we're here right now. No game going on just yet, a little lonely, but I'll tell you what, I'm with a guy who made a hit here back in 2013 when he kicked a few field goals here. One 46-yarder to take his team into the finals of the district, and one a 37-yarder to take his team to a district championship. But as you see right now, he also knew how to hit people, as he did later on at Penn State. We're talking right now about a kicker who made a hit right here at Hershey Stadium. I'm Gary Sutton. Good evening, and we get you ready here for the game tonight between Lower Dauphin and Elizabethtown. It's all brought to you by the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency, and I'm with Joey Julius, a guy who we just saw a few moments ago not only could kick, but like to hit people as well and tackle. You were unusual for the time, my friend.
Well, I tried to be different. Thank you for having me, Gary. It's great seeing you.
Great to have you, Joey. And we've seen each other on the golf course a few times, but I used to enjoy the fact that when you kicked off, that was just the start of the fun. You get on downfield there for Penn State and knock a few people down along the way, something no one else in the country did.
Well, I tried to be different. I'm going to save you from that lantern fly quick. Those are a mess. But, yeah, I mean, I tried to play the game a little different. I'm from central Pennsylvania, so we're pretty tough kids out here. So why not try to be different?
Talk about this stadium and what it means to you. Standing here right here, you kicked a few field goals here that were memorable for you and kind of got you on the radar screen there for Penn State. Tell us about that.
I mean, I was pretty lucky. Obviously, I got to play in Beaver Stadium, but I grew up playing in Hershey Stadium. I mean, this is where the state championships were, the Big 33. Grew up going to all those games. So I was used to the big game, and that all came from, playing in big games. District championship, I mean, we had this place filled. This place was rocking. So, I've been to some state championship games that were like that too. So I think we were always kind of used to the big game. It's a historic stadium, obviously. Hershey's a historic name. It's a brand known all over the world. So it's just great to be back. I haven't been back in a couple years, so it's good to be here.
You were a guy who was a soccer star. You're getting ready to head off to college for soccer, and a funny thing happened on the way to that. You end up going and kicking field goals for Penn State. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, ran into a little success on the football field. I can thank my coach for that. I mean, he was in my ear a little bit, and obviously the Penn State name kind of threw its weight around on me. So I was just caught up in the hype, and I ended up loving the decision. So
when you talk about this stadium right now and you think about field goals that time, not a lot of guys were kicking 46-yarders. You kicked a 54-yarder against Susquehanna Township earlier that year. Yeah. So you had some big length. What was it that you worked on that made it so easy for you to kick such long field goals?
Honestly, I think a lot of it came from my dad, Larry Julius. He was a professional soccer player, and he had one of the biggest legs in probably the world at the time. I mean, he taught me from a young age how to hit a ball, and I think that translated well. I actually started 4 games after my freshman year because Coach Clark saw me kicking on a middle school field, and the ball was probably 4 inches long, and he's like, wow, the kid just hit a 50-yarder. So I got poached just from hitting a soccer ball pretty far.
And if you ever see this guy hit a golf ball, he hits that pretty far too. But he just talked about a guy named Coach Clark. Rob Clark, 16 years a head coach, 14, took a couple years off to see your kids play, came back for 2 more. Great to have you with us tonight, Coach Clark.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me. Great to be back in the Concrete Palace. It's a special place to a lot of us, and we're looking forward to see the 2022 version of the Falcons tonight.
The year was 2013. You guys go through, you knock off Wilson, always a great program. This guy helped a little bit. Then you knock off another team called Cumberland Valley, not a bad program either. Talk about that year and what it meant to you at that time.
Well, it was huge. We were trying to get our program back in place, and the team the year before got us to an 8-3 record. We made the playoffs, but then that year our theme was all in, and it was all in, up the ante, and the kids bought in. The kids did it right. They worked hard. They prepared well. They won some huge games, including that Wilson game where my man here kicked a 46-yarder with 10 seconds on the clock. It was pretty special.
Talk about what it means to be all in. You hear coaches say that a lot of times. I've said it myself as a coach, but all in, there's a lot more to it than just those 2 words.
Yeah, people don't know what the buy-in really means, and it is a full commitment. And the kids came to the realization what it meant in the offseason, in the weight room, all the preparation, everything you have to do with film, everything that's required outside of just what you see with practice, what you see on Friday nights. That's awesome what you see on Friday nights, but that's not the work. It's all the other stuff, and we finally got the kids to buy in, and we're really excited about that. We're very lucky here at Lower Dauphin. We really do have good kids that always work really hard. And some years we had our success, and unfortunately some years we didn't, but there were a couple years in a row that we had kids who truly were dialed in, and the success showed.
I want to ask Joey this question, and I'm going to ask you the same thing. A lot of people say Lower Dauphin isn't just a program, it's a community. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, obviously Lower Dauphin's surrounded by Hummelstown, and Hummelstown is a beautiful little community. I'm sure at one time it was probably ranked top 10 place to live in the world. I believe it. I grew up there. I was lucky to grow up there. And, after every game we go to Borough Park. Everybody comes. Everybody hangs out. I mean, for such a small school, we're not a huge school. We get tons of people out. I've never seen schools get the amount of fans that we used to get. And I'm sure they're still coming out. It's a community. That's the biggest thing. And I can still go home, see everybody. They still talk to me like it was yesterday. So it's just a beautiful town to be a part of.
Coach Clark, when you have a community surrounding your team, it is a special thing, and most people would not know that, but a coach really senses that when things have all come together. You're talking about that.
Yeah, the support is absolutely amazing. Joey's right. It is kind of a neat community because with Hummelstown kind of being the center, but then all of our surrounding townships, and everybody works together. Everybody supports it. We have a lot of fun, and, older fans, younger fans, the midget programs, it's very special. I have coached at a lot of different schools, and when I got here, I realized something very special that very first year. It's a great community, and not just football, all sports. The people that come to our, theater productions and our band it's impressive. I'm really shocked. Like Joey said, we're a big school. We're not a gigantic school, but the amount of support we get, I would compare to the 6A schools and things like that. That's the norm.
You went coaching for 14 years. You went away for 2 years to watch your kids play. Both of them played football at a higher level. And then you come back for 2 years. How hard is it to come back and try to coach again after you've kind of put it down for a couple of years?
Yeah, it was tough. It was a challenge. Again, great kids. They were working hard for us, but I did come back. I did it for 2 years, and we didn't have a whole lot of success. So I thought it was time to give somebody else a shot, and I'm really excited that it's Josh Borelli, one of our former players, somebody who bought in. He led the program, and now he's leading it in a better way as the head coach.
And speaking of Josh Borelli, he's the guy we're going to shine the spotlight on next. But thanks to Joey Julius and Rob Clark for being with us tonight with a very special spotlight. And now we turn our spotlight on the coach tonight, Josh Borelli, the head coach for Lower Dauphin. What is the hope for your team this year? And tell us about a few goals you have for them in the 2022 season.
This year, we're to start the foundation. We're trying to build off last year. Last year, year one, we had some success early, and we're trying to create that foundation still. We're still on our plan. We're still on track, and we're trying to grow from that. And I think this year we have the ability to do so. We're going to be a pretty athletic team and going to be able to do some new things with a whole full year with the offseason with our new staff. I think I'm really excited about it.
Talk about this matchup and what your team will need to do in order to have success.
I think it's important that we play to our strengths. I mean, we have athleticism on all three levels on both sides of the ball, so we need to make sure that we use that and we do what we do best and don't fall in the game script of other teams.
Talk about the job as a high school coach and what your main goals are when working with high school players.
My job as a high school coach, especially as a head coach, is to create the foundation for these young men to be successful on and off the field. I think that's first and foremost. I'm big into leadership development, and we do a lot of stuff that revolves around that. In the sport of football, you usually could tell the best teams have the best leaders. We do a lot of that stuff, and I usually leave it to my staff to do a lot of the X's and O's, and it's the intangible qualities that I think that's important for any successful program.
Tell our viewers about a coach you always looked up to and 1 to 2 things you learned from them that has inspired your coaching career.
Person I look up to and I actually still receive advice from is Coach Vince Pantalone. He's was my college defensive coordinator. He was a former Lower Dauphin head coach as well. But I talked about intangibles and doing stuff that's necessary to build a great program, and that guy's taught me a lot about that stuff. It's not always about the X's and O's. It's about how you can teach a kid right from wrong and build stuff behind the scenes that really make you successful on the field.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at Giambavo.com.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
And welcome back to High School Sports Live, the pregame show right here on Fox 43.2 TV, part of the Friday Night Frenzy here. And this segment, our student-athlete segment, sponsored by Capital Blue Cross and OSS Health. We've got Charlie Fortney Jr., Ty Milheim, and Tanner Webb of Lower Dauphin. Let's meet them right now. Tell us about your team and what key factors you'll need to focus on.
I think this year we need to work on a few things. I think playing with brotherhood and playing with some respect. I think we just need to hustle on the ball, which we already are, but more.
What are your current team goals?
Last year we had a winning season, so we definitely want to surpass that this year and make a playoff run.
We can do that by keeping up high energy, play as a team, and really use our strength to help win every game.
What role or roles will you be filling for your team this year?
I want to step up and try to be a leader this year and really try to fill a leader role and help all the young kids to help motivate them as well.
Yeah, I just want to help the young receivers, help them learn the routes and get the right footwork down in practice.
Talk about this matchup and what your team will need to do in order to have success.
If we stay focused throughout the game and just play hard, we'll probably win.
Yeah, we just have to go hard every play as a team, keep high energy, and never quit.
Who's recruiting you, and what are your future goals with football in college?
With some PSAC interest and some low D1 interest. Going into my senior year, this is a big year for me to establish myself in the league.
I have some spread out D1 interest with a lot of camp invites and stuff, and I'm hoping to establish myself in the league and show that I'm worthy to play Division I football.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Welcome back to Hershey Stadium. It's the High School Sports Live pregame show. And it's time now for our Chalk Talk analysis brought to you by Hoffman Ford. But before we get to the Chalk Talk tonight, I got to introduce a guy that a lot of you see on a regular basis, Andrew Callista, who is a sports anchor over on Fox 43, hanging out with us guys on 43.2 tonight. Andrew, how you doing?
The pleasure is all mine. It's been a while since I've been in a play-by-play booth, and I couldn't pick a better one to be in tonight.
Of course, the coach, Bill Chase, with us here again tonight. Looking forward to spending the evening with him. But, talk about this game tonight a little bit. I mean, you're all over the place on Friday night. Talk about the frenzy everywhere going. But this is going to be a neat game here tonight at Hershey Stadium.
Well, yeah, anytime you're at Hershey Park Stadium, it's an awesome experience for every high school kid because this is where they played the state championships for so long. You got two 2-0 teams coming in here tonight. Lower Dauphin, a very unique 2-0 skill set. Basically, it's their second game. Meanwhile, E-Town has their offense humming for 2 straight games. So that's an interesting matchup. And you know what they always say, the defense is always slightly a little bit ahead of the offense to start the season. I think that might be to the Lower Dolphins' benefit here tonight.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about that, and the number of games played so far has really been kind of an interesting one, too. The forfeit with Middletown early in the season for Lower Dauphin, so they're really only 1-0. They're 2-0 with the wins. But, Bill's going to talk in just a few minutes about the big difference between game number 1 and game number 2, because for coaches, there is a big difference.
Oh, absolutely. And there was a wise coach in Pennsylvania, Penn State University, Joe Paterno, always said you improved the most between game number 1 and game number 2. It doesn't matter what year that was said, 1966 or 2022, that adage still holds true.
Andrew, I know you're running around to a lot of games tonight. It is the frenzy. We're so proud to be part of that, but appreciate what you guys are doing, covering all the games here in Central Pennsylvania. It's really fun to watch what you guys do every night. And, of course, 11:30, we get a chance to tune in again.
11:30, absolutely. We'll have 16 games on tonight. Of course, you guys will be breaking down this game, and we'll have reaction from that one. I'm jetting to 2 games in the Harrisburg area. Lindsey Bartow's already out in Lebanon County, so a lot of games. We're happy to do it for Fox 43 because it's all about serving the high school student athletes and everything that they put their work into.
And you can tell this guy is on the move all the time. I think he just plugs in, and I don't think he sleeps. You just plug him in and gets that electricity going. Hey, always good to see you, man. Always good to watch you on the sports every night, and thanks so much for being
I love being here. You guys do great work, and I'm an admirer of everything you guys do. So.
Thanks so much. Andrew Callista here from Fox 43 hanging out tonight. You'll see some of his work later on this evening on Fox 43 at 11:30, part of the Friday Night Frenzy. Now it's time to break down a little chalk talk right now with my friend Bill Chase, the coach formerly of Wyoming Valley West and was a head coach at Redland here. And Bill, you've sized up this game from about every angle this week. You've talked to the coaches. What are we looking at here tonight as we get started here? Early season, 2-0, 2-0, but one of them's only played 1 game, one's played 2.
Interesting matchup. Like you said, both 2-0, and shockingly, at the end of this weekend, we'll be 30% through with the regular season. Football can go pretty quickly. You work pretty hard to play 1 time a week. And whoever wins this game, District 3 is a large district with close to 90 schools possibly, and a third of those are 5A schools. So we become a 5A district, and you go 3-0 now. You're sitting pretty good for one of the playoff spots that will be out there for the taking. Lower Dauphin made it last year, coming out of the Keystone Division in the Mid-Penn. They're in the same division this year, and I think they face the same situation. Other than their coach being in his second year now, they face a similar situation in that it's Bishop McDevitt in their division. It's Cedar Cliff probably behind them, and it has been that way for some time. And then whoever can step up one of these years has good chances of making the playoffs, because I hate to say it, and I've coached in the league, it's been fairly weak outside of Bishop McDevitt and Cedar Cliff. And so if you can bring a quality group of kids to the table for 10 games, you have a really good chance of making the playoffs. And Lower Dolphins young this year. Looks like almost half of their defense are sophomores and 1 freshman starting. So we'll see how they stand up against Elizabethtown, who's put on a lot of points.
You talked about Josh Borelli being in his second year. Keith Stokes in his first year over there. He's got some pretty good playing experience, some pretty good credentials, but he talked to you about what it's like to be a head coach, right? And he said, hey, it's not all the flowers all the time. You find that out when you go from assistant to head.
Yeah, he was a little tight-lipped in our communication, not giving me a lot with a lot of his players, but they've obviously put a lot of points on. He likes his kids. He likes the way they play, the way they go hard at things. And I'm questioning. They're 2-0. I can't take that away from them, but I'm questioning who they've played. McCaskey, who's been down for a long time, but they did put 50-some points up against them. And Donegal, where I started my teaching career back in 1980, they haven't won a game yet, so we'll see where they're at tonight. This is a good matchup.
It's going to be a lot of fun under the big lights here at Hershey. And, Andrew, we're getting ready for this one. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight as we look at 2 teams that are really trying to establish some credentials here. As you said, 5A, densely crowded here in the District 3. And, of course, 2 senior quarterbacks tonight, Bill, too. We wanted to mention Josh Rudy and also Bryce Forney for Lower Dauphin. 2 guys tonight that really have a little bit of experience, although the experience edge probably goes to Josh Rudy, who's played a lot more games. Bryce Forney in his first year as quarterback here.
Forney was, I think, 12 for 21 in his first game, and like you said earlier, it was their first game. So that makes it. I'm really curious to see how much they do improve. They had 9 penalties in their first game. They rushed for 100. Their top running back, Milheim, rushed for 174, but Forney threw for about 150. But 9 penalties hurt them. I'm sure they want to clean that up. And it was a tough game with Twin Valley, who E-Town plays in a couple of weeks, by the way, to open their league season.
Well, the talk has all ended now. We're getting ready to head down to the field for the game. It's a high school sports live game of the week tonight on Fox 43.2, part of the Friday night frenzy of football here in the area. And we're so happy to be bringing it your way. We'll come back and we'll get started right after this. It's Fox 43.2.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
It's the High School Sports Live Game of the Week here on Fox 43.2. Welcome to the Elizabethtown versus Lower Dauphin game here tonight at Hershey Stadium. I'm Gary Sutton alongside of Bill Chase tonight. This broadcast is proudly being sponsored by our premier sponsor, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. High School Sports Live is excited to be teaming up with Football Frenzy and Fox Sports, led by Todd Sadowski. This will be one of 11 games this season, and you can go to hsslivetv.com to see the full schedule tonight. Our referees for tonight, JT Knoll, Charles Appleberry, Carl Schmidhammer, Joe DeLutis, and Dave Bumbenware. the all-name team tonight on referees. I got to tell you, just getting through that itself, Bill, is tough. But these guys will be doing a great job here tonight, and we're looking forward to a wonderful game. In white tonight, trimmed with blue, the Elizabethtown Bears. And on the other side, in blue with the white trim on their shoulders, we're talking about the Lower Dauphin Falcons. Bill, this looks like a good one tonight. Going to have a lot of fun here at Hershey Park Stadium.
Yeah, the team should start to be getting to the point now where they're ironing out some of their problems. Again, as I said earlier, Lower Dauphin only their second game as opposed to Elizabethtown, actually their live third game.
So we're just about ready to get this one underway, and doing the kickoff will be number 18, Caleb Fugue. And Fugue kicking it off and very, very short. It's going to be picked off right there and taken by Owen O'Hara, and it'll be first down in good position here for Lower Dauphin. Ball out near the, looks like the 40-yard line. We'll wait and see where the official spots it officially.
I know it's something you don't generally practice, but he could have fair caught that, being the short kick that it was, but that's something you rarely cover in practice during the week.
Ball set down at the 39-yard line here for the Falcons. Get this one underway. Quarterback back there is Bryce Forney. Normally running alongside him, Ty Milheims, had 174 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. And right away, they hand it off to Milheims, heading over the right side, getting some running room, and breaks free. Milheims to 30. Milheims 25 down inside the 20-yard line, and the opening play for Lower Dauphin. Big gain here from the 39 all the way down inside the 20-yard line, and they are setting up shop very quickly here in the red zone.
Yeah, it's just a quick sweep. Looked like they pulled the right guard on that at least, and he broke one tackle right at the line, and then he was into the secondary.
So Milheims rumbles down to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Lower Dauphin. Straight back this time. Looking for the screen. He's got it. Got his man right there. It's Hunter Strom. And Hunter Strom with 5 more yards down near the 15-yard line. Will be 2nd down and 5 for the Falcons of Lower Dauphin High School.
That was set up really nicely. They just didn't block the one defender from Elizabethtown.
So he's 2nd down now. They'll say 7 yards to go here instead of 5. So 2nd and 7. Forney with the long count. Inside handoff. Fakes it. Forney keeps it. Across the 10. Inside the 10. Down near the 9. Near first down yards. Looks like he might have gotten it if they give him credit down to the 8-yard line. We'll wait and see where the official spots it.
Now we're seeing in these spread looks that teams are using all the time now out of the pistol or the gun. This is a play we're seeing quite frequently where the quarterback rides the jet sweep and then keeps it on some kind of counter or up the middle action.
Brandon Fritz stepping in there right now for Hunter Strom. So it's 3rd down and 1. Looks like a very short one, Bill. Trips near side, nobody far side. Milheims sole running back in the backfield with Forney. Forney starts the count, puts his man in motion. It's Ellis Snow. And penalty called, and it's illegal procedure against Lower Dauphin. So that's going to cost him. Went from 3rd down and a short 1 now to 3rd down and not a short 6.
Yeah, they were Lower Dauphin was unbalanced in that situation, and 3rd and inches, and I don't know if they're trying to draw you down offside. Just get the first down.
So you got to think right now this might be 2-down territory. We'll see. So again, trips. No, they're not going to be trips. They're going to 1 receiver far side, 2 near side. Officials still having a discussion. Always wonder why officials put their arms around each other's back when they talk. Is that a camaraderie thing among officials?
I can't answer that.
Coaches never do that, right? Now the officials here tonight, great crew this evening. Here's Forney, straight back, looking, has a man across the middle, finds him, and he's got it, and it looks like he's got the first down as well, about the 6-yard line, maybe with forward progress down to the 5 as he found Ellis Snow with a nice cut in there in the middle.
That was a nice job by the receiver. He sat down between the corner and looked like the safety, and got the first down. Nice throw by the quarterback there.
Forney did a nice job there, just kind of holding his spot, keeping focused, and put it right on the numbers. 1st down and goal, ball at the 6-yard line. And timeout on the field for Elizabethtown. We'll take one as well. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2. Back right after this.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
And welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium here tonight. No rides going in the background, though, but we've got a nice ride going so far for Lower Dauphin as they move down the field very, very quickly. 2 rushes so far for 47 yards, 2 passes for 15 for Lower Dauphin here in this drive to date. By the way, Lower Dauphin playing tonight without Charlie Fortney Jr., who's been a big part of their offense here. Had 47 yards receptions last week, and out tonight with a little bit of a bum ankle, but looking forward to getting him back is Lower Dauphin. So second down now, make that first down, and 5 to go. That's for a touchdown. First and goal to go. So they're loading up here. Hand off to Milheims. Milheims punches his way maybe inside the 5-yard line for a tough, maybe 1 yard, Bill.
Yeah, the yardage is going to get a little tougher in here. They're a little tighter in there now. They have I'll call him their H-back or fullback number 4 up there tight. Looks like he's their lead blocker, and I would expect Milheims to get the ball most of the time down here.
So Milheims down there, near side. You got Wes Hagee. They like to throw the ball to him occasionally. Now you put 2 men to the near side. They fake the handoff, same play as before, and a touchdown right into the end zone. Here goes Bryce Forney at the 9:23 mark of the first quarter. Bryce Forney in for a touchdown. Nice job again of faking the handoff to the man on the sweep and then just diving forward.
Really nice drive, and I know a lot of coaches over the years have disagreed with me, including my own staff many times. I like getting the ball to start the game because of situations like that. Even if you just get a couple of first downs, you can establish field position, and if you do score, you get the momentum right away.
Here's Brandon Fitz in to try the extra point. He kicked the winning field goal against Twin Valley last week, 23 yards, and tough spot there. Did he get it over? Yes, he did. Kind of a wounded duck, but it made it through, and it still counts for a point. 7-0 at the 8:42 mark here in the first quarter. We'll be back with more right after this on High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
And for Lower Dauphin, it started back at their own 39-yard line. 6 plays, 61 yards for a touchdown. And Bill, what struck you in that particular series? They look very efficient.
The fact that they only scored 17 points last week and they looked really, really good in their first drive. Now, again, that was their first live action last week against Twin Valley. And I think Twin Valley expects to be a pretty good team this year. They're in the same, with the LL League now reorganized with a lot of the Berks County teams. Twin Valley is in Elizabethtown's division in LL3.
Well, we're getting ready for the kickoff here from Lower Dauphin. Up 7-0 here, 8:50 to go in the first quarter, and they marched right down the field, got great field position to start, and then made Elizabethtown pay for it. Getting ready to kick it off is Brandon Fitz. Fitz, fairly short kick, but away from the receiver. Now it's going to be picked up out there by Brady Moran. And Moran trying to find his way back. He's at the 28-yard line, and that is where the Bears will get their first offensive possession here at Hershey Stadium tonight. Bears coached by Keith Stokes in his first year. He's a guy that had some NFL experience, some CFL experience, some Harrisburg Stampede experience as well, Bill.
Yeah, he's, my understanding is from some people I talked to, he's brought a lot of excitement to the program and trying to bring them back to some respectability. They've struggled for a number of years.
So here's Elizabethtown now setting up. And you got a little misdirection going on. Great pitch right there to Braden Cummings. And Cummings getting around the corner. Nice pickup outside the 40, near the 45-yard line where he'll be pushed out of bounds. So a little misdirection play to get it started, Bill.
Lower Dauphin actually had it defended pretty well on the outside there, and they just they missed the tackle on the outside.
So it'll be first down and 10.
There was a flag on the play.
And they're walking back, so a penalty flag down. And that's going to negate a good pickup and put them in a hole right here.
Maybe that's why Lower Dauphin missed the tackle.
Illegal block in the back.
Illegal block in the back is the call. And so it's now going to be first down, and the ball back on the 22-yard line.
Going to bring up a first down and 17 for E-Town.
First down, essentially in 17 yards to go. So Josh Rudy, a quarterback, goes straight back, looks. Josh Rudy has a man wide open in the middle of the field. Good pass by Rudy. And he catches Braden Cummings down there again. So Cummings in on the play, and he gets almost everything back.
On the tackle for Lower Dauphin was Wes Hayden.
Well, they moved the sticks. It is a first down for the Bears. Great pass there, and great job of knowing where he was at, Bill.
High schools are just so good anymore against zone defenses of teaching their receivers to find the open spot and sit in it.
We're going to try to develop that this evening, too. Talk about the zones versus a man-to-man. Trips near side this time in the setup. First down and 10. Rumbling near side is Logan Lentz.
Logan Lentz with the carry that.
Logan Lentz stopped for almost no gain there. So it'll be second down, let's call it 10 yards. But you talk about playing against the zone, you talk about playing against man-to-man. Zone has holes, man-to-man doesn't generally, but talk about that a little bit, Bill.
Well, in man-to-man defense, a lot of times if you have 2 or 3 really good defenders that can really run, you like to play man-to-man, and you take away the top receivers, you're almost eliminating guys. Let's go to this play.
2 receivers far side. Fake this time by Rudy. Rudy across the 45 out near the 46-yard line. So nice pickup by Rudy on the quarterback keeper. That'll bring up a third down play here.
Yeah, you go to play like a Bishop McDevitt. They're almost exclusively playing you man-to-man over the last number of years. Then other teams will play a different combination of zone. It used to be real simple. You know, teams played 3 deep zone. They rarely played 2 deep or what they call quarters. Now you have all kind of different looks because offenses are so multiple now. Third down and 4 from the 46-yard line. Rudy looks near side, has his man open. First down, and a good job of catching his man out here in the flat. Cade Capello, and another first down here for the Bears. And again, that's an example. There was a zone defense they were playing off. It's 3rd and 5. You run a 5-6 yard hitch route underneath the coverage. Whereas against man, the corner would have probably been pressing him a little more, and you're not going to have that route available to you.
6:49 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0. Lower Dauphin leads it, but Elizabethtown on the march here as they're into Lower Dauphin territory. Josh Rudy with the count. Logan Lentz in the backfield, illegal procedure, and we'll march it back 5 yards here against the Bears. So they were in Lower Dauphin territory. They're now back on their own, but just by a yard. Second down and 15 yards, or make that first down and 15 yards to go.
And it's these little penalties that drive coaches crazy. You know you're going to get the occasional penalty, but early in the game, offsides on first down puts you behind the sticks right away.
You know, I see you still have a lot of hair, so there must not have been a lot of penalties on your team over the years.
Well.
Anyway, here's Josh Rudy. Handoff again to Lentz. Lentz barrels his way inside the 45 down to about the 43-yard line. Lentz looks like a hard north-south runner, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks pretty solid. I'm not sure what his height and weight is, but he's put together pretty good.
So Lentz is going to set up a second down. Looks to be about 8 yards, maybe 7 yards to go. Here's he gets a lot of that penalty yardage back. Man coming off the field right now for Lower Dauphin is Tanner Webb, one of their big tacklers, and coming over to the side here, kind of hanging his shoulder down just a little bit. We'll hope he's okay. So second down, 6 yards to go now, they're going to call it. Full house backfield this time with Rudy. Josh Rudy, again the handoff. This time to Hayden Haver. And Haver bangs his way forward, but not very far before he's met by that whole front line there of Lower Dauphin.
Yeah, I think E-Town has 2 really quality backs that they like to use. So you're gonna see these 2 guys get quite a few carries here, and But the way they've thrown the ball early on, they've had guys open. So this could be, like last week, this could be another high-scoring affair.
Stahl, Webb, and Sari all converging for the tackle there. So bring up a 3rd down now and 5 as E-Town tries to continue the march right here. Ball at the 41-yard line. Rudy looking, has a man wide open right there. 31-yard line, dives into the 29-yard line. A good job of hooking up one more time with Cade Capello, who so far in the game has been his favorite target.
Yeah, and all they did there was run a little short curl route. They flared the backs to both sides, and what that does, the backs force the linebackers to sprint to the flat, and then they just hook up right behind him.
At what point in time do you start to move to man-to-man defense here and get out of that zone, because they're picking the zone apart so far?
If you're not a man team, then that's who you are, and a lot of teams will go man maybe inside the 10. But if you're zone team, then that's who you are.
There's Lentz, pitch back to Lentz, has a little room, he's looking. Lentz trying to get to the outside, bounces out to the outside, gets to the sideline, dives for the first down, stakes down near the 20-yard line. May have gotten it, let's take a look. A nice job by Lentz. They got him a little bit of space to look things over, kind of pitch back 2 more yards, and Lentz rounding the corner goes out of bounds just shy of the first down by about 3 yards, maybe a long 2, and we'll call it 2nd down and 2 to go.
He just went in a little 1-2 step motion, and then quarterback reversed out. Gave him basically an old toss sweep.
This will be the 9th play, 61-yard drive so far. Again, straight back. Rolling near side, he's got room to run if he wants. He's got a man wide open in the end zone. An easy pitch and catch from Rudy to number 21, Braden Cummings, who was wide open in the near corner of the end zone. And touchdown, Elizabethtown answers the opening score by Lower Dauphin.
Rudy probably could have run that one in. He broke contain so easily, but that's a route that we're seeing more and more that's difficult to defend. The outside receiver does a little out or hitch route, and it freezes the corner, and then the safety is left all by himself trying to cover the corner route on the inside receiver.
Here for the extra point. Kick is down, or kick is up, snap is down, and the kick is good. Off the foot of Caleb Hugh, and we have a tie. 4:25 still to play here in the first quarter. Both teams have won on their first possession and scored. And we'll be back to talk about it more right here on High School Sports Live TV's Game of the Week on Fox 43.2.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Welcome back to the High School Sports Game of the Week, live from Hershey Park Stadium. Gary Sutton, Bill Chase with you. And 9 plays, 72 yards for Elizabethtown. So both these teams with nice marches down. 6 plays, 61 yards for Lower Dauphin. And then the answer comes back, 9 plays, 72 yards, Bill.
Same thing I had said last week, and I'll probably say every week. The first series is a lot of times one of your best offensive series because the other team is adjusting to you defensively. And we'll see if both E-Town and Lower Dauphin can adjust.
A little bit better kick this time. Taken by Lower Dauphin back at their 12-yard line and wide open in the middle of the field for Milheims. Milheims has one man to beat. It's a kicker. Milheims racing down near sideline. Milheims to the 20. Milheims to the 10. Milheims all the way back with a kickoff. Call it 92, or make that 88-yard kickoff return as he took the ball right around the 12-yard line and raced all the way back, and they answer once again as Lower Dauphin.
Well, I'm not going to find out if E-Town's defense adjusted or not to the first drive with that long return. Boy, from up top here, that opened up, and you could see what was going to happen, and it just depended how fast the kicker was going to be.
And he saw the kicker, and that was just a dodge man right there. So in for the extra point now, Brandon Fritz again. And, yeah, just a moment ago it was a tie, and one kickoff later. Kickoff has not been good so far here for E-Town.
Maybe that's why they didn't kick off deep the first time.
Here's Fitz. Kick is up. And the kick is good. And it's 14-7 with 4:13 to go. And a slam bang first quarter, all here on the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week. It's on Fox 43.2. Back right after this. And Ty Milheims with an 88-yard touchdown return on the kickoff, electrifying the Lower Dauphin crowd here, and they're back up 14-7 just like that, Bill Chase. 4:13 to go still in the first quarter.
Yeah, like we said before the break, that opened up wide open, and we could see it so clearly up here. It's hard for me to tell how fast Milheims really is. He's tall and lean, and it doesn't look like he's really moving, but
he's covering a lot of space with those long, lanky legs.
Clearly, he's got some speed, obviously, or he wouldn't be back there.
Well, he turned it on at the end when he had one man to beat, and he just left him in the dust. And so here's Lower Dauphin getting ready to kick off, as Fritz will do the honors for the Falcons. You can't say it hasn't been a great action first quarter here so far. By the way, coming up at halftime is the Jack T. Involvo Halftime Report, the Capital Blue Cross and AT&T halftime stats, and the Capital Region first half highlights. And we got a lot of them gathering up right now. Here's a kickoff from Fritz. Taken at the 12-yard line, we just saw a moment ago. And running hard near side, still loose, out to the 33-yard line. Good return by Owen Dommel for E-Town, and they'll get first down right there.
We have a flag down.
Wow. So far, the flags have not helped E-Town, and I think this is going to be against E-Town again, probably a block in the back. By the way, we have Julie Walker coming up, the Payton Walker Foundation, and what great work she's doing. She's going to be at halftime with Charlie Fortney. I'm looking forward to that interview as well. Just stay tuned for that and find out about some people doing some great work in the name of Payton Walker. So they walk it back again. Another big penalty hit here against E-Town, although they overcame it last time.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, again, this second drive here and how Lower Dauphin maybe makes some adjustments here. The quarterback was very, very impressive finding his open receivers in that first drive.
Yeah, Josh Rudy looked really good and really kept his poise. In fact, I've been impressed with both quarterbacks so far. Not only Rudy, but also with Forney.
Yes.
Just a lot of poise back there. So 3 receivers near side, 1 far side, 1 man in the backfield with Josh Rudy. That would be Logan Lentz. And again, here it looks like he's going to pass. It looks like an option. At least he's looking at it. Now he's going to take off. And that's Braden Cummings, who seems to figure into everything right now for this team.
That was well defended by Lower Dauphin. You know, they ran that play to open the game, and then they came back again in this series, and it clearly was they wanted to throw the pass off of that action.
Now, he kept it on the opening play to start the game, and there he kept it again, but he was clearly looking to pass the ball downfield that time. First time, not so much.
Right. I think you recognized right away that just the speed with which he was running and his eyes were downfield, he wanted to throw.
A lot of running to pick up 3 yards. He'll be second down. Let's call it a long 7. Rudy back there again with Lentz as a sidecar. Straight back. Rudy looking. Rudy being pressured. Rudy being pressured out of the pocket. Now Rudy takes off. It's a cross. Steps out right near first down yardage, out near the 30-yard line.
And Josh Rudy did a nice job there. He didn't have anything. Lower Dauphin came off the edge at him. I think took a bad angle.
It looked like the defensive end had him closed in for a moment, then kind of stepped inside his shoulder, and he was managed to get out to the outside. So first down on that run by Josh Rudy. 3:47 mark in the first quarter. Ball at the 29-yard line now. And again, Elizabethtown on the march. Rudy has 2 receivers to the far side, 1 near side. Rudy passed the 1 near side. He's going to let him go one-on-one. He had him out there, man for man. He recognized that one-on-one situation right away.
Yeah, and the corner's playing 8-9 yards off. That's, back in the days when I was coaching and we talk as coaches, we consider that to be an open receiver. Sometimes that's automatic right on the line. You see a corner 9 yards off, turn and throw it to him.
Well, Cade Capella was 3rd catch here the first half, and he had him one-on-one. If he beats him, he might have 6. Be second down now. 2 to go. Ball out to 38. There's Lentz with a handoff. Lentz banging over, not getting very much at all on that. Let's call it 3rd down and 2, as he was stopped at the front line there.
I noticed Lower Dauphin's corners did move up a little bit on that particular play. We'll see at some point E-Town's going to take one down the sideline, try to hit the home run.
Marshall Stahl in on that tackle, number 78, the right tackle, stopping things there and stuffing it. So 3rd down, he might have gotten a yard there. We'll call it 3rd down and 1 now. And you got to think it might be a little bit of Lentz coming that way again.
Yeah, they're going to get the 1st down here. I don't think they're going to do anything too fancy. They have 2 backs in the backfield.
And there's your handoff. And getting forward and getting the 1st down as well is Lentz.
The other thing I do want to point out is that Lower Dauphin is very, very young in the secondary. At least 2 sophomores in the secondary.
So the ball's out to the 42-yard line now as Elizabethtown again establishing a march here. Overcoming the penalty again. They had 2 big penalties in the game so far, and they've overcome both to get back on the positive march here. 2:04 to go in the 1st quarter. Ball at the 42-yard line. Rudy with a pitch back. Different number this time, Hayden Haver, and Hayden Haver gets out to the 50-yard line. So they're getting big chunks of yardage here, and they're using 3 different backs to do it.
Yeah, Haver and Lentz are their 2 main ball carriers. Lentz, I think, is the main guy, but I'm not. I have to admit, I'm not certain of that. But they have 2 really quality ball carriers, and they have a good passing game. So Lower Dauphin's in for a test.
And then they throw Braden Cummings in there as well, and some of those jet sweeps and little option plays they run with him. And you got 3 pretty good guys running the ball. Add to that the quarterback, Josh Rudy, and you got 4. So it'll be 1st down out at the 49-yard line for Elizabethtown as they continue to march. 1:20 to go in the 1st quarter. Rudy looks, being pressured with the backside. Rudy's not going to be brought down. Finally gets tackled, no, still gets loose, finds a man open downfield and turns nothing into a big gain all the way down near the 30-yard line. Wow.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking when you're on Lower Dauphin's sideline that you had 1 chance at him. You had 2 chances at him. A 3rd chance is coming, but Rudy does a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, and the receiver does a nice job finding the open spot.
Webb Tanner was pressuring him from the backside, number 74, and he managed to dodge one other guy and then found his open man downfield. Ball all the way down to the 34-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Elizabethtown. 1:05 to go here in the 1st quarter at Hershey Park Stadium. Gary Sutton, Bill Chase with you here on High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2. There's the fake this time from Rudy. He's got it himself. Rudy near side across the 30, 25, 20, inside the 25, down, and it's going to be a tackle out of bounds. And official throws the flag as well. So they're going to tack on more after this, probably half the distance to the goal line. So tough play there for Lower Dauphin. It almost looked like a broken play for a moment, but Rudy just kept the ball and came around near side.
Yeah, Rudy, he faked the pitch one way and then sprinted this way. Joey Schwartz, number 4 for Lower Dauphin, was on the stunt, and he took about it. You have the defensive end there coming, and Schwartz was running right beside the defensive end. So literally you had 2 defenders in the same area, and Rudy was able to get outside of both of them.
57.9 seconds ago in the 1st quarter. Ball down to the 8, 1st down and goal. Timeout called on the field, and it will be Lower Dauphin calling the timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back. This is the High School Sports Live Game of the Week, all here on Fox 43.2.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
Welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium. And I'm not sure the defenses are getting a chance to do a whole lot tonight for either team. They're getting marched on all evening long. 57.9 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. 14-7, Lower Dauphin leads it, but it's 1st down and goal here at the 8-yard line. So far, 8 plays, 62 yards. by Elizabethtown in this drive again. So long drives have been the kind of the story of the night so far, Bill.
And that timeout was probably taken for two reasons. One, to settle Lower Dolphins defense down, and two, they've got to be tired.
Yeah, they're on the field. And again, with all these plays, both teams running a lot of, well, one team ran a lot of plays, and then one play coming back. But it's wearing out the defense on a hot night here, and we're still in the first quarter. Here's Josh Rudy. Josh Rudy with a handoff to Lentz. Lentz ducks inside once, ducks inside twice, bangs through two tacklers and all the way down near the 1 yard line.
Yeah, he just picked his way through there. He got hit right at the line of scrimmage, but still was able to pick up 5 or 6 yards.
Logan Lentz is a tough runner. You could see him kind of pecking one place, pecking another place, and then picked his moment and said, okay, I got two guys I'm going to run over here, and he gets down to the 1. So second down and goal from the 1 yard line. What's the chance Lentz gets it here? There you go. And Lentz in the end zone, but they got a penalty flag, and we'll see what comes down here. Thrown by the back judge. And he looked like he was signaling some kind of block. Let's take a look.
Illegal substitution.
Okay.
Oh. He switched the call.
Yeah. And is it against the Bears? Or are they going to
I don't know
tack the penalty on a kickoff? I'm just waiting to see what the call is.
The flag was thrown during the play.
It's a touchdown, I think.
How can they give him a touchdown?
Yeah. I think it's a touchdown. I don't know if the penalty is on Lower Dauphin. You know their language much better than I do, Bill.
I'm confused.
I'm mystified.
I'm not sure who the penalty was on now. First they thought it was on Lower Dauphin, then they signaled E-Town.
The official not with the clearest call here.
So
So it's second down now.
No, they're kicking the extra point.
Oh, they are kicking the extra point now, yeah. Okay, so it's 14-13. And the kick down. The kick is up. And the kick is good off the foot of Caleb Fugue. And so we're tied up 14-14. Still 23.3 seconds to go here in a long first quarter. All here on High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2. Back after this.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Eleven plays, 70-yard drive for Elizabethtown to answer again the 88-yard touchdown return by Ty Milheims on the kickoff. And we're right back to where we started, Bill. 14-14, we're tied up again here in the first quarter. It's been an exciting first quarter, to say the least.
So to clear up the confusion on Elizabethtown's touchdown, the penalty was clearly against Lower Dauphin because they are now kicking on the from the other side of the 50. So it was a 15-yard penalty against Lower Dauphin. I expect him to kick this one through the end zone.
Well, we'll see what happens here as Fugue lines it up. And he kicks it flat. Picked up down at the 7-yard line. And again, it's Milheim, and again, Milheim to the outside. Milheim's got some room to run here. Push it off a man. He gets out to the 43-yard line. Another nice return by Milheim. It's finally pushed out of bounds by Owen Dommel, but again, great field position here for the Falcons.
Okay, kick it through the end zone when you only have to kick it 45 yards would be my advice.
Right, there you go. Bill Chase's corner tonight on free advice you don't have to pay for. Anyway, Lower Dauphin sets up now. So far, both teams have been perfect in their offensive drives.
Now, this is Lower Dauphin's only their second drive, so let's see how Elizabethtown may be adjusted.
waiting to see what they have over there. They're waiting to get the flag set. First down markers. Now they got it. Ball at the 43-yard line. Will be first down. 15.5 seconds ago here in the first quarter. Feels like this first quarter's been played forever. It's like spending 2 weeks in Cleveland one day. But it's been a fun first quarter so far. Hope you're enjoying it all here on Fox 43.2. So Forney goes to the outside. Good job of smelling that one out from Elizabethtown. As you saw jumping the play was Brady Briall, the defensive back who came up and kept it to a very short game, about 1 yard. And that will be the end of the first quarter here. It's 14-14. Lower Dauphin and Elizabethtown tied up. We head to quarter number 2. It's a High School Sports Live Game of the Week, all here on Fox 43.2.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
Welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium. We'll play this play, and then we'll give you a little bit of information about the Advanced Hoops Fall D1 lead program. There's Milheim blowing through the middle. Milheim's down inside the 40 to 39-yard line. Another big pickup by Ty Milheim. By the way, Advanced Hoops Fall D1 lead training program starts next weekend, September 10th and 11th. Competition classes in every age group are more unique as the D1 lead point guard, D1 lead post, D1 lead shooting, and D1 lead speed and agility classes. Go to www.advancedhoops.com to sign up and see the high school in-house league as well as the Raw Sports College Showcase invite only. And once again, fireworks here, Bill, as we start the second quarter.
Yeah, this may be a game of who's going to have the ball last or who's going to have the crucial turnover, because neither defense looks like they're going to stop the offense, at least at this point.
3 first downs so far here for Lower Dauphin, 7 first downs for Elizabethtown. Obviously, Lower Dauphin has not had it for the amount of time, but the 88-yard touchdown return is one of the big reasons. Here's Forney. Forney hands off, banging down near the 30-yard line.
So it's going to be 3rd and short, and if you're Lower Dauphin, you're thinking this is 4-down territory. This is not going to be a game of field goals.
Exactly, and so right now, Lower Dauphin, and especially the way the defenses are playing tonight, you know, you want to score every time, like matching score for score here so far. Forney, one man in the back, pitch, good slash to the middle, and may have gotten the first down. Is the ball loose? It is, and Elizabethtown has gotten the first turnover. Wait a second and see. I'm not sure, is the official saying the whistle blew?
Yeah, they're giving Lower Dauphin the ball.
Lower Dauphin getting the ball. Did they get the first down? That's the question. So a big break here for Lower Dauphin as the ball's down inside between the 28 and the 29, and the flags move, and so Lower Dauphin gets a big break right here.
Yes. Yeah, he was the only thing they can. The ball was out before he was on the ground, and the only thing they can be calling is that his forward progress was stopped.
Right. Man put in motion this time is Stuckey. Milheim's picking his way through. Milheim's is going to get down near the 27-yard line where it's going to be 2nd down. Let's call it 8 yards. Maybe 2nd down and 9 now as the official's going to spot it.
Lower Dauphin's using a lot of what we used to call tight end over or unbalanced, and they're in it right now. If you notice on the right side of their line, it's just a guard and a tackle. Take a look at the left side. It's most of Hummelstown.
So what looks like 3 receivers over there, 1 man in the backfield with no one on the near side, as you said. Forney looking for a screen set up. You're going to get a penalty call here, I think. No, I thought they might call a penalty. It looked like number 65, Edmonds, had his hands all over the receiver, but no call there.
Yeah, I thought he was being tackled before he had a chance to catch the ball.
So that brings up 3rd down now and 9 for the Falcons. 2 receivers near side, 2 receivers far side. Milheim's in the backfield with 40. 9:11 to go here until the half. Tandem receivers here. Now Milheim comes out, makes the trips on the near side.
Notice how they're stacked out here.
Right. A long count, and it's going to be a delay of game, I think, against Lower Dauphin. You could see Forney kind of hitting himself in the head saying, oh man, I could have gotten that off earlier.
Now this is the kind of situation coaches like to put their defenses in. You know, 3rd and long, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 15. We haven't seen a lot of that.
So Milheim's back there again with Forney. Again, same setup here. Stacked receivers. Now you bring Milheim's over and stack the 3rd. Milheim's out in the flat. You got a long look downfield and looking for Hagee. Did he get him? No, it's going to be incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and 14 for Lower Dauphin, and they may well choose to punt the ball here.
Yeah, ball was just slightly underthrown. He didn't have a lot of pressure, but slightly underthrown. It allowed the Elizabethtown defensive back to catch up.
Yeah, Hagee was open amidst the defenders down there, so Lower Dauphin will kick it away here on 4th down, 9:05 to go until the half.
Nobody deep for Elizabethtown. I mean, I think they truly are punting here. I think
a nice little punt to an open area. Can you get down there and save it? Not quite, but nice idea.
Well, you hate that because you only gained like 13 yards with the punt.
So the punt downfield there by Chiara. And now it'll be set up for Elizabethtown again, and they have scored every possession so far in the game, this being their 3rd now coming up. And the ball will come out to the 20-yard line, will be 1st down and 10.
And being their 3rd possession, the first 2, as I see it, were easy. And that's going to have to change.
So let's see what Lower Dauphin and Coach Josh are thinking here. And throw out the near flat again. Really well covered this time and pushed out of bounds as they have the pass out here near side. And so it'll be a gain of maybe a short 3 on the play. Call it 2nd down and 7 yards to go.
And let's keep an eye on Lower Dauphin's corners here. Again, they've been playing mostly 2 sophomores out there. Let's see if they tighten up just a little bit.
Brady Briot with that catch, or the pitch and catch from Rudy. So 2nd down and 7, ball at the 23-yard line. Rudy gets caught in the backfield with it. Looked like he wanted the handoff, might have been a broken play. Gets out near the 32 or 33-yard line. Excuse me, 27 or 28-yard line, rather. It'll be 3rd down now coming up for Elizabethtown. So a huge down defensively here for Lower Dauphin.
This is a big down for them. If they can get off the field here, that'll be huge for them and maybe give them a little confidence.
Now you want to provide an answer here defensively that you have not been able to provide so far tonight. So 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Wouldn't be surprised to see that quarterback keeper again or put it in the hands of Logan Lentz. Instead, they opt to throw it, and they're going to get the 1st down out of it. Again, 3 tackles missed there for Lower Dauphin, and that's not one you like to see. But the pass out there again to Brady Briot on the right-hand side, and Briot all of a sudden has become the favorite target here in this series.
Just a 5-yard out route. And again, the corner 7, 8, 9 yards off.
Is that just a matter of learning and knowing the situations, Bill, and maturing on that?
Well, I think the fact that they're playing such young kids on the corners is a big deal. I know back when we were throwing the ball a little bit at Redland, I mean, we'd look for opportunities like that.
So here's Rudy. Inside handoff. They like that play to Cummings, and Cummings gets caught, though, bottled up this time. He got some decent yardage the last 2 times he ran it. This time, nothing doing for Lower Dauphin. In on the play there was Wes Hagee smelling that, or Logan Chiara rather, smelling that one out.
Yeah, you mentioned Brady Brault a few plays ago. He's made 2 or 3 catches now. I'm wondering if he's the maybe the youngest son of Andy Brault, who was the head coach previously at Elizabethtown and who I coached back at E-Town when he was really, really good quarterback. Went on to Kutztown and had a great career there, setting a lot of records in Division II.
Bingo, you got it. Second down and 10 now, or make that second down. It looks like second down and 9, a long 9. So Rudy calls out the numbers. Rudy getting pushed out of the backfield. He's got plenty of room to run. He's out across the 45. Decides to slide at about the 47-yard line. It'll be a first down for Elizabethtown. He had a lot of room to run there, Bill.
Yeah, he did. And you can see the frustration on Isaac Landis, who came in untouched, and Rudy put a little move on him. And, I get it. Rudy's a quarterback. He's probably a little better athlete than the number 63. So, but you've got to have somebody there helping you when you come in free like that.
They flushed him out really well, got him out of the backfield, but then you have to contain, and that's the key word here. And so far, Lower Dauphin has not had the ability to contain Josh Rudy in the backfield. So Rudy now, first down and 10. Ball at the 47. Coming from the backside, and a nice job of tracking down. Again, it's that big guy whose number we've been calling, Tanner Webb, one of the outstanding tacklers on this team. In fact, the leading tackler on Lower Dauphin, who breaks up the play and throws Elizabethtown for their first loss for the night.
Yeah, Webb was relentless on that one. He beat his guy pretty clean on the outside, and Rudy just didn't see him, but Webb just kept coming and coming and coming. I think Rudy felt him, but he didn't see him.
Webb's had a lot of almost so far tonight. This time was not an almost. This time he brought him down. Second down, 12 yards to go. Ball back on the 45-yard line for Elizabethtown. Gary Sutton, Bill Chase here on High School Sports Live TV, the game of the week. Out to the near flat to Lentz. He's going to pick up a couple on the play. Get out near the 50, probably about the 49-yard line. Good containment there again by the Lower Dauphin defense, though.
So here we have it. We have it 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. Big opportunity for Lower Dauphin to get off the field.
3rd and 8. They had 3rd and 3 a few moments ago. Were not able to go off the field then. Ball at the 49-yard line for Elizabethtown. They've not been stopped in their drive so far tonight. Lower Dauphin was just stopped a few moments ago. Josh Rudy calls it again, rolls near side, across the middle, has a man open again in the middle. Cummings gets down to 32-yard, and again, a strike right in the middle. Looked like a zone defense again.
Cummings is really, really good at finding that open seam and settling in.
Yeah, if I can see it again on the replay here, Cummings goes down and just kind of, as you said, watch him spot up down here. And then Rudy just puts it right on the numbers. I mean, that's a perfect pitch and catch. So setting up shop again on the move is Elizabethtown, and the Bears. They're pawing their way toward the Lower Dauphin goal line at the 32-yard line. Here's Lentz again. Lentz to the outside. Lentz has some room to run. Down to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Lentz diving for the end zone. Comes up short about 2 yards, but another hard run by Logan Lentz.
That was really, really well blocked on the edge, and Lentz was really patient, waiting for his blocks to develop.
I remember USC, University of Southern California, years ago, used to have what they call student body left, student body right. That looked like student body left that time. The whole student body was out in front of Lentz, and then he got out in front of him and rounded the corner and nothing but daylight. So it'll be first down and goal, ball at the 1-yard line, and don't be too surprised to see number 22 carried again. He has been the battering ram of choice so far. They used him last time in the 1-yard dive. He gets it again here, and he just walks into the end zone easily. And a 1-yard dive here by Lentz. And at the 4:15 mark of the second quarter, it is a touchdown. And instead they're going to say no. Hayden Haver is in there instead. I thought it was Lentz, but it's Hayden Haver, who actually gave credit to by accident here. So it must have been meant to be. Hayden Haver gets a touchdown, so they share the wealth here. 20-14. In for that extra point is Fugue once again. Snap down, kick up. Looks pretty good this time. Kick is good. And it is 21-14, the first lead of the game now for Elizabethtown at the 4:15 mark of the second quarter. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
Elizabethtown with their first lead of the game here at Hershey Park Stadium. This is the High School Sports Live Game of the Week. High School Sports Live TV right here on Fox 43.2. Gary Sutton, Bill Chase with you. 4:15 mark. And Bill, Elizabethtown in the big downs there, a couple big third downs, got what they needed, and then eventually the dive into the end zone by Hayden Haver.
Yeah, the 3rd and 8 was crucial for Lower Dauphin to get off the field, and on the score on the touchdown, Lentz was the lead blocker on that, and he had nobody to block. Haver just walked right in, and that does not bode well for Lower Dauphin as this game progresses.
So Elizabethtown has kept Lower Dauphin on the field for long times tonight in the defense, and now Lower Dauphin being asked to answer one more time. They've been able to do that tonight. 4:15 to go here in the first half, and don't forget, coming up at halftime, it's the Jack Giambavo halftime report, the Capital Blue Cross and AT&T halftime stats, and the Capital Region first half highlights, all straight ahead here on Fox 43.2. And don't forget the special interview with Julie Walker of the Payton Walker Foundation. Charlie Courtney will have that interview also at the half. Here's a kick away this time from Milheims, and they kick it out of bounds, and they'll get it out at the 35-yard line anyway. Will Lower Dauphin. So they kicked it away from Milheims that time. I'm not sure it really paid off, Bill.
Yeah, I've been in this situation a lot of times where our special teams coach said, what should we do? You know, we can't, you know, I'm nervous to kick it deep. We don't kick it deep enough.
So kind of pick your poison is what you're saying?
Yeah, so kick it out of bounds. You give them free field position. At some point, you've got to challenge your kickoff team and say, look, kick it to them and do your job.
Sounded like the old coach there. It says, stand up, guys, let's go, right?
Well, you hate to have to use starters on your kickoff team.
Check these numbers out. Josh Rudy, so far in the game, 10 of 10 for 116 yards. It's not a bad night of work, is it?
Yeah, that's pretty darn good.
I don't know if you could make it any better than that. And he's got just had a perfect evening so far, and we mean perfect in every sense of the word.
Well, I'm guessing he's been in the Elizabethtown program for a while, and he probably got to work with Coach Brault.
This is interesting. Lower Dauphin wants them to kick it off again.
Yeah, you usually don't see that. I used to have an argument with another head coach a few years back as to what you should do in a situation like this, because it does happen in high school football.
You kick a squib here now? Let's see what they do. I don't know what you do in this fugue.
Lower Dauphin's up awfully close.
Oh, this was nice and high, and it's going to be out of bounds again.
So they're going to take the 5-yard penalty again.
Yeah. So Fugue having a tough time keeping it on the field so far.
Yeah, Fugue's jogging off the field, but I think he's going to need to jog back on.
Yeah, because they're going to send him back one more time, the further back. It looks like if he can keep it on the field here, they might get be able to cover because they're getting nice high kicks.
I'm guessing right now they're telling him just to squib it, but sometimes you squib it too hard and it's going to go to Milheims anyways.
Right. So they've got Milheims on the brain right now. I think he's living rent-free inside the Elizabethtown head right now.
Well, Milheims needs to move up. He's back to the 20. I'd move up a little bit.
So he's now.
I think Fugue's trying to kick it to an open area on the outside and just let it land soft, like a little chip shot in golf. But it's not something that you practice that on.
This time there's a squib, and Milheim's going to get it anyway, and Milheims takes off. Milheims across the 40. Milheims wide open. And once again, just one man to beat him. Milheims is going to run it back again for a touchdown. Holy cow, your worst nightmare after 2 kicks out of bounds, and you kicked it to him anyway, and he runs it back for another touchdown. Ty Milheims with the run back. I'm not sure where he picked that up. I think it's about a 62-yard return. We'll call it that for now. But Ty Milheim with a big run back again, 62-yard for the touchdown on the run back. And again, special teams not too happy right now if you're on the Elizabethtown Bears side.
Yeah, poor Fugue has been stuck twice all by himself trying to bring Milheims down, who, as I said earlier and before the game, rushed for 170 last week. So you got little number 18 trying to bring down a big back.
And here's Fritz in to kick it. Extra point up, extra point good, 4:05. Man, no one wants to go home here tonight. 21-21. We promised you some fireworks. We're bringing them your way at High School Sports Live TV. Game of the week, all here on Fox 43.2. It's Friday Night Frenzy.
We have a tremendous staff of coaches. We have Division I coaches that will be teaching players in their expertise area. Are the experience of a Division I player, the methods that come from being a Division I player, the technique that comes from being a Division I athlete, and the results that come from being a Division I trainer. There's nothing like it. Our coaches have all played professional and Division I basketball. They see the game from the mountaintop down, and they can teach players at every level, whether you're basic, average, or you're an all-star player. And we have developed college basketball players for years through this program.
A 71-yard kickoff return, the second one of the night. The first was 88. This one's 71 by Ty Milheims. After two kicks out of bounds to try to kick it away from him, he still got it on the squib kick, and he runs it all back. Bill Chase, wild night so far here at Hershey Park Stadium.
Well, if I'm Coach Keith Stokes, very upset in one aspect of how the game is going, but I'm also very confident in another aspect of how the game is going because they can't stop me right now on offense.
Here's your kickoff, and running near side, and you're going to get a block in the back, I think, and it was Lentz coming near side, but I think that's going to be negated, and you're going to probably see this walk back here, right in the area where block in the back occurs. Official pointing back at the Elizabethtown Bears, and their field position is going to be negatively impacted here in just a moment as the official with the football getting ready to walk it back. 21-21, 4 minutes to go until the half. Boy, you talk about a game chock full of excitement. I don't imagine the coaches are loving it as much as the fans are, but hey, it's been a good game of action so far, Bill.
Well, I'm going to say the lower Dauphin coaches are pretty happy that they're in this ball game right now because I think Elizabethtown has shown me, at least, that they are the better team right now. That could change.
5 touchdowns scored over 2 weeks here for Lower Dauphin. 4 of them scored by Ty Milheims, 2 on run backs and 2 from scrimmage. And look at this downfield, and is it picked off? No, but broken up, and no, caught instead. And again, that man down there who's been key tonight, Braden Cummings. Wow.
Kid's big-time receiver.
Oh, my goodness. Let's take a look at the replay here and see Cummings again, number 21. They've called his number a lot tonight. Take a look at this pass.
I mean, he threw it into coverage. The Lower Dauphin had it covered very, very well, but Cummings just went up and got it.
Just went and got it and took it away. Yeah, Hagee had him covered well back there. So ball all the way down to the 41-yard line where, again, Elizabethtown on the move. 3:37 to go here in the first half.
At some point, too, Elizabethtown's going to put a double move on one of the corners, probably an out and up at some point. They've run that out route a couple of times, maybe not here.
And a timeout's going to be called. This one going to be for the Elizabethtown Bears. We'll take one as well. It's 3:22 to go here in the first half. 21-21, all tied up on the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week right here on Fox 43.2.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
3:22 to go here in the first half. 21-21, Elizabethtown got the ball in the hands of Braden Cummings again tonight. And as we start to look at our Hoffman Ford player of the game this evening, Cummings certainly's got to get a little bit of notice along with guys like Josh Rudy. And how about that guy Ty Milheim's on the other side tonight? Lots of stars shining out in the field this evening, Bill Chase.
Well, we have 3:22 left in the half. If I'm Elizabethtown, I'd like to take as much off this clock as possible and score a touchdown.
So here's Josh Rudy. You wouldn't have to kick off to Milheim's again. Josh Rudy, empty backfield. He looks like a screen set up. Great smelling out by Wes Hagee, and Wes Hagee brings down Lentz. He saw it happening a mile away for a big loss here, all the way back to about the 46-yard line. They're going to say Logan Chiara instead, number 3, Logan Chiara. Chiara getting back there. Hagee, the number he wears is not number 3. He wears number 13. So, nice job by Chiara smelling that one out.
That's a really nice play. Puts him behind the sticks again.
2nd down and 13 yards to go. Ball at the 44-yard line of Lower Dauphin. Here's Rudy. Rudy keeps it. Rudy gets brought down again. And again, Lower Dauphin smelling it out. In on the play that time. Got number 78. That's Marshall Stahl leading the charge.
After the big pass from Rudy to Cummings, two big plays for Lower Dolphins defense here. Now, can they get off the field?
Knock it back 2 more yards. It's 3rd down and 15. Clock running. 2:22 to go here in the first half. Let's see what Coach Stokes has dialed up here. He's got 2 receivers to the far side, full backfield, 1 receiver near side. Rudy rolls right. Rudy gets the outside again. Rudy throws downfield. He's got that guy open again, wide open, and it's Cummings with another catch, and Cummings just running free down in the near side. Easy pass to Cummings. He's wide open.
Yeah, it's just that route where Lentz does a nice job pinning the defensive end in, allows Rudy to get escape to the outside, and then they flood that area. They have a man short and they have a man longer, and that's Cummings breaking behind. You can see on the replay the short guy, but Cummings breaks into that empty area, and Rudy is right on with every throw.
Has not missed a throw yet tonight. 12 out of 12 in this game. That's a heck of a first half. So 1st down and 10 again. Ball's down at the 22-yard line. Full house backfield again. Rudy in the middle of it. Rudy's going to pitch back. Got his man coming near side, but gets stuffed. This time it was Cade Capello carrying, and Capello got stuffed pretty good near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's the 3rd time they've run that little toss play, always to the left side.
Loss of a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11 as the clock ticks down now and becomes a little bit of an issue here. 1:12 to go in the first half.
And Elizabethtown only has 1 timeout left.
And they don't seem to be in much of a hurry right here. You got to think maybe a little pass play coming up. And there it is. Across the middle, you got an easy touchdown. Cummings running straight in there from 22 yards down, and just an easy play. He just ran straight down the field, right down an alley.
Well, what is he now? 13 for 13?
13 for 13, and his 2nd touchdown pass tonight to Cummings from the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Cummings is in the slot there.
At the 52.9 mark here of quarter number 2. And so once again, Elizabethtown back up on top by a touchdown, trying to add the extra point from Fugue. Snap down, kick up, Fugue right down Broadway, and it's 28 to 21 here in the first half. 52.9 seconds to go. We'll keep it right here. Don't forget, we have coming up at halftime, Jack Giambalvo halftime report, the Capital Blue Cross and AT&T halftime stats, and the Capital Region first half highlights. But once again, Elizabethtown marching down the field for another big score here. LD just has to get off the field at some point in time. 13 out of 13 for 200 yards so far for Josh Rudy. What a night.
Rudy has been unbelievably accurate. His receivers have made a few good catches, but mostly it's just been pitch and catch. On that last one, Cummings just ran right by the defender, and there was nobody in center field.
Yeah, Cummings just had a lane. It looked like they sent 4 guys down 4 lanes, and that's all it was. And Cummings just beat his man. That's all it was.
Yeah, I think not having Charlie Fortney in the secondary is really hurting Lower Dauphin tonight. And they're, some of their younger kids are just not used to seeing a performance out of Rudy like they're seeing.
Yeah, you lose a little bit of that experience back there that Fortney brings. Here's Fugue with the kickoff. Will they kick to Ty Milheim? That's the big question here.
No.
And they will not. And this is going to go out of bounds, so here we go again. You walk it back again, and I think it might have been touched.
I think the LD guy touched it.
Still good field position here, and you have a little bit of time, 52.9 seconds to go, but you got to do some passing to get down there. So,
yeah, that's the problem. You're in a real conundrum here, because if you kick it deep, you've allowed 2 returns for touchdowns already, and if you squib, you're giving them at the 40, 45-yard line.
So let's see what Bryce Forney can do here with the short amount of time left, 52.9 seconds. Ball taken across to the 43-yard line. They'll take it to the left hash mark here.
I expect them to try and score.
I do too.
They do. They have 2 timeouts.
You got Milheim's back there with you. He's been dynamite tonight so far. Milheim's obviously the star at LD, and on the other side you've got Rudy. And this time, though, Milheim's is going nowhere as he is bottled up in the backfield.
See, I think you should call timeout. Okay, they are.
Freetown in on the tackle, Elijah McFarland leading the way. And alongside of him, number 65, that was Colin Huggins. Double up on the tackle that time on Milheim. So they say, hey, we finally stopped the guy. He's been running past us all night long. 42.2 seconds to go here. What do you call in this kind of situation, Bill Chase?
Well, first down, I know what they wanted to do. They wanted to try and pick up 10 or 12 yards, and that puts them down maybe inside the 40 of Elizabethtown, and then that opens the playbook even more. But they have to throw now. Their screen has been open, but they have not blocked it well. But I expect probably something along the hashes, maybe a deep little hitch.
You got Wes Hagee, the tight end, who's one of the guys they like to throw to on a regular basis. Of course, Charlie Fortney, normally an end, is not in there tonight, so you get Fritz in there maybe. Ellis Snow, good set of hands, the senior, wearing number 7, so we'll see.
You have the wide side here to your bench, so and they're putting the formation into this side. I can.
Snow and Dommel out here one-on-one. Let's see if maybe they try to get it to Snow.
I can see him sprinting this way.
So 42 seconds to go. Ball at the 43-yard line of Lower Dauphin. Here comes the pressure. They're trying to throw it to Milheim. They threw it forward, so it's an incomplete pass, but good rush from the backside. And again, the guy who's bringing it from the backside right now is that number 65 again.
Well, they're able to bring it from the backside because they only have a guard and a tackle over there. They're again, everybody's over on this side. They're unbalanced to this side. Now they're balanced out a little bit more.
So it'll be third down now. And 10 to go at the 43. You want to try to pick up a first down here if you can. Here comes the screen. They got it to Milheim. Got it in the hands of the guy they wanted. Milheim is going to get submarined at the 50-yard line. He might have got to the 49 of Elizabethtown. He gets out of bounds. Apparently not, because the clock is still running.
So you have a 4th and 5.
Probably you're going to go for it here. They're letting it tick down, and
probably going to tick it down and call timeout and then run one play.
There you go, ticking it down to 7, now 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You stop the clock here?
I guess they're not going to.
I guess not, and that will end the half. So Lower Dauphin's going to be satisfied to go into half, down 7 and regroup. 28-21 at the half. The Elizabethtown Bears lead it. Coming up at halftime, the Jack Giambalvo halftime report. The Capital Blue Cross at AT&T halftime stats and the Capital Region first half highlights. We also have a special interview with Julie Walker and Charlie Fortney coming up. Julie Walker, the Payton Walker Foundation, doing some great work, and that'll play next. All here on High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2. Gary Sutton, Bill Chase, back after this.
We have a tremendous staff of coaches. We have Division I coaches that will be teaching players in their expertise area. Are the experience of a Division I player, the methods that come from being a Division I player, the technique that comes from being a Division I athlete, and the results that come from being a Division I trainer. There's nothing like it. Our coaches have all played professional and Division I basketball. They see the game from the mountaintop down, and they can teach players at every level, whether you're basic, average, or you're an all-star player. And we have developed college basketball players for years through this program. Post players are no longer just sitting around the basket. They need to be versatile. You need to see Coach Duke for that.
I'm the post expert. My 10 years playing professionally overseas in over 30 countries, and my 4 years playing collegiately at Fordham University and in prestigious Atlantic 10 taught me so much, I have to give it back to the kids. I only want young players who are serious about getting better. This is not a joke of an hour. This is an hour of hard work and getting better. Only sign up if you're serious.
Gerald Jarman, University of Richmond, point guard that led the greatest upset in NCAA history when a 15 Syracuse lost to the Spiders. Who was the starting point guard? Gerald Jarman on that team.
Any player that signs up for my junior point guard class will learn the foundations and skills to lead their team. My senior point guard class, I will teach players all the methods and IQ I learned as a Division I point guard at the University of Richmond. This class is technical, so bring your mind and your body in order to grow as a player.
Archie Smith, Alabama defensive back and a top-notch high school basketball, scored 53 points in a game. He brings the combination of basketball, football, agility to the court, and he's going to teach players how to be quick, how to be fast, and how to jump.
I will take players for 10 weeks through a 1 hour of intense speed and agility. My background as a defensive back and top-notch high school player for hoops allows me to help young people get confidence and create better athletes along the way. Be ready to grind, be ready to get quicker, be ready to get faster.
Playing at the Division I level and having a chance to play against NBA players in my previous experience has been valuable for me. The shooting drills, the ability to get your shot off at a quick pace. We teach our players at every level how to build their shot for game speed accuracy. That's what it's all about. Sign up for these classes. Go ahead and go to the website. It's advancedhoops.com. Call us if you want to find out a little bit more about our scholarship program. This is too good of a program this fall. You want to get your spot right away. D1 experience.
D1 methods.
D1 technique.
D1 results.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
I'm Charlie Fortney, the director of High School Sports Live. In 2013, Julie Walker, to my left, lost her daughter Payton at 19 years old to sudden cardiac arrest. Julie turned that loss into so many young people's win by starting the Payton Walker Foundation. Julie, you've pushed for so many schools, so many facilities, so many teams, so many YMCAs, so many churches that don't have AED defibrillators to have them in their facility so that no one, no child, no facility, no organization's unprepared for a situation like this. And I know you've spoken to our program. We have an AED thanks to the Payton Walker Foundation donating to our facility, and our staff was trained on that as a daycare most recently. I just want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate what you're doing. It's helping me, it's helping others. And the last thing I'll say is, a few years back, 4 or 5 years ago, we lost JT Kuhn at Advanced Hoops. A very, very nice young man Mom Jen and Toby, hopefully you're sitting at home. JT's memory still lives here today because along with you teaming up with her and parents like that, you've brought awareness to school districts all over. Talk about the awareness, talk about the things you've accomplished, but also we'll talk about that uptick a little bit later in a follow-up question. Go ahead.
Well, first and foremost, it's really important to understand sudden cardiac arrest. It's the #1 killer of student athletes in our country, and I think it's so underreported right now, and people just don't really understand it. Kids don't have heart attacks, they have cardiac arrest. So you'll see kids drop over without warning, or they go to bed and never wake up. It's a heart issue. It's an electrical problem that we're not finding in kids because we're not giving them the right tests for their sports physicals or during their well child visits. So we got Payton's Law passed in 2020. That helps all parents who have kids who play PIAA sports. Now there's information on there that they have to, learn about sudden cardiac arrest, signs and symptoms, why you should get a heart screening for your kids. So we've gone out, we've provided thousands of heart screenings in Central PA. I urge all parents, ask your pediatrician for an electrocardiogram. That can tell so much of what's going on inside of a kiddo's heart, that those issues are silent but could be potentially deadly.
There's folks out there, and I know I've been pushing this, that have the ability in businesses to make a donation to a good cause, and talk about what people can do or businesses can do that want to make a difference on how they could actually make a quality tax 501c3 donation and buy more of these so that less people are in danger. Talk about that.
Right. So anytime someone's in cardiac arrest, they need the shock from an AED or defibrillator to restore the rhythm to restore the heart to a normal rhythm. So these are essential to have everywhere your kids play and practice sports. And in fact, we know that AAU, there's a higher incidence of sudden cardiac arrest, higher incidence of death at AAU games. So having an AED where your kids play and practice sports is absolutely imperative. You can learn more at the PaytonWalker.org website, why you should have an AED, what it does, how you can help donate them. We want to get them in the community. We've just launched a great project in Cumberland County. We're putting 300 AEDs out into the community that are all connected to the 911. It's 4minutepa.org. We're offering them free to homes and businesses. So
there's an uptick. We've seen it in the news. Talk about the uptick for as many efforts as you're making. It's definitely making a difference, but talk about the uptick and maybe what challenge we have ahead.
It is really heartbreaking to see all the stories that have come out. You see so many on social media. Another kid drops over dead at a football game or collapses without warning at practice. And, once we get back to sports, we've got kids more active again. We know kids are taking supplements, and we think they're seeing a higher incidence of heart arrhythmias tied to the supplements. So talk to your kids. Are they taking supplements? Are they drinking energy drinks? That is really bad for your heart rate and could be potentially, causing these cardiac arrests in kids. So really talk to your kids, learn what the signs and symptoms are, and understand what's going on.
I was at a swim meet about 8 years ago, and a young lady came out of the pool, and she, I know her mom real well, and she just fell over right in front of me and her mom and went into this shock. And luckily there was an ambulance nearby. They jumped on it. And I'm not educated. I wasn't educated back then. You've educated me a lot. But I said to the mom, just instinctively, I said, does she take energy drinks? She said, actually, yeah. And she talked about the energy drink and the extra Coke or something, all these things she took for the swim meet. And I thought, wow, so there has to be something going on there, because luckily she got through that okay. But man, she had to go in an ambulance to the hospital, and our bodies don't necessarily need all that to perform. I think parents at home, I think you need to look at that and educate your kids. I don't have an answer. You've done the research, but I think we need to definitely be mindful of that.
Absolutely. So get your kids' heart screened, limit the amount of energy drinks they're using, and check those supplements. Like I said, they're not necessarily monitored and controlled by the FDA, so know what your kids are putting in their bodies.
You're a special lady. South Central Pennsylvania and we all thank you and we appreciate you, but we're going to join you. People all over are going to keep joining you to make this just to eradicate sudden cardiac arrest or any of the possible irresponsibility and why it happens. We can't naturally erase it all, but we can do our best. And we're coming up in a little bit. Gary Sutton and Bill are going to be back here for the Jack Giambalvo halftime report before we get to the second half. That's coming up in a little bit.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambavo halftime report. Gary Sutton, Bill Chase with you, and what a first half, 28-21 here at the half. Elizabethtown leads as the moon is shining bright out here tonight so far, but a great first half, all kinds of action. And let's take a look, Bill, at some of the first half highlights here. I'll tell you what, they lit it up here tonight. They lit up the sky much like the moon is right here over Hershey Stadium, and this is our Capital Region Insurance Agency first half highlights. Let's take a look. Take us through this.
This is the first score here, and Lower Dauphin looked really good going down, getting the ball first to start with the quarterback scoring there.
Josh Rudy putting on a show here tonight.
And just one of his 15 completions.
15 out of 15 here in the first half. And then Ty Milheims, the other star on the other side for the Falcons. One man to beat, that's Fugue, the kicker. Runs it back 88 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm not sure what adjustment Elizabethtown's going to make in halftime as far as the kickoffs are concerned.
Here's Rudy handing off to number 22. That's Logan Lentz, who had 60 yards in the first half.
And here's their last their third touchdown to Haver, where nobody even touched him.
And then after 2 kicks out of bounds, they finally kicked it again to Milheims, and look what happened. Down by 7, Milheims one guy to beat, Fugues again, and Fugues again on the receiving end. 61-yard touchdown return, second one of the half for Ty Milheims. But then Elizabethtown answered one more time.
Yeah, Cummings, I think we looked at the stats, maybe how many catches for 170 yards?
Yeah, Cummings in the first half had, let's see, taking a look down here, I think he had 7 for 170 yards here in the first half. So an outstanding first half here, and you take a look there at some of the numbers. Break those down for us. What are you looking at there?
Well, what's jumping out at me is the total yards for Elizabethtown, 339 yards. Now, that's a little bit skewed, but I don't want to take anything away from Elizabethtown because Lower Dauphin ran 2 kickoffs back, so Elizabethtown would drive down and score and then get the ball right back right away virtually because 2 times Milheims ran it in for touchdowns, but 339 and unlike last week where I had said that I didn't see Cumberland Valley necessarily continuing on that trend, Lower Dauphin's in trouble here because I don't see Elizabethtown slowing down.
So Rudy, 15 out of 15 in the first half for 211 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cummings, 8 catches for 171 yards, 2 touchdowns. 8 rushes for Lentz for 60 yards. On the other side, 40, who came out shaking his hand at the end of the first half, 4 out of 7 for 20 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. 6 rushes for Milheim, 66 yards. Of course, 3 kickoff returns, 194 yards and 2 touchdowns for Milheim, and that's keeping Lower Dauphin in the game right now. So what do you do in the second half here if you're the coach for Lower Dauphin and you want to try to make some adjustments?
Well, first of all, you have to go in and talk to your team and calm them down, and you have to be someone who can convince your defense that you can stop these guys. You're only down a touchdown.
Right.
That's the positive thing. But if I'm the coach, I know deep down we're only down a touchdown because we've been able to return kickoffs, and that concerns me.
And Josh Borelli's team's going to have to kick off to Elizabethtown to start the second half here. So you're kicking off the team leading by 7, and that's the biggest lead of the night so far. So it's going to be a big possession, the opening possession here of the second half. We'll take a very quick break. We'll come right back and start the third quarter. This is the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week, all here on Fox 43.2.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium here. It's High School Sports Live TV's presentation of the Game of the Week, all here on Fox 43.2. Hope you'll watch Fox 43 Sports Frenzy, Friday Night Football Frenzy. It all starts at 11 o'clock on Fox TV, and you can see us wrapping up the game there and also all the other scores all around the South Central Pennsylvania area. That's Fox Friday Night Frenzy with Todd Sadowski and, of course, all the wonderful people he has with him. And they'll have a fun time at 11 o'clock with you, so check it out every Friday night here during football season. Gary Sutton, Bill Chase with you as we get ready to start the second half, and this is a big first possession here for Lower Dauphin, down by 7. They've had a tough time. In fact, they haven't been able to stop E-Town so far, Bill Chase.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty even money that we don't get to name the Elizabethtown punter tonight.
So far, yeah, he's been on witness protection, so we'll see. But officials waiting here for the moment. Not sure what for. And we'll get the kickoff here in just a moment.
But as you said, I don't know that there are a lot of adjustments Lower Dauphin can make. It looks like they've tried some different things. I'd like to see them run to the ball a little bit better and have 4 or 5 hats around the football because they've had guys at the point of attack. But sometimes it's just one guy.
So here's Brandon Fritz ready to do the kickoff chores here as we get ready to start the third quarter, live from Hershey Park Stadium. Weird to look over there and not see any lights in the park. Means we're officially into fall, right? Little pop-up here. Ball bouncing around. It's going to be grabbed and dived on there very quickly. And a nice coverage that time.
Pretty sure Elizabethtown got it. Yes,
Elizabethtown got it. Jumping on it was Brady Moran, who was trying to find a little squib, but the thing was spinning around like a top. So the ball will be spotted at the 27-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Bears here to start the third quarter. Again, tough to do much better if you're Josh Rudy, 15 of 15 in the first half for 208 yards.
I've been around a long time, and I don't remember a quarterback ever seeing him go 15 for 15, even in 7-on-7 when there's no pass rush.
I've called a few games, and I don't remember ever seeing that at all. So you talk about being perfect.
Under center for the first time.
Here's Rudy handing off. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Good stuff that time by the defense from Lower Dauphin.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen a team in 2 weeks with the quarterback go under center, and they gained a yard, so I'm not sure how much more we'll see of that.
Leading in on the tackle that time was number 78, Marshall Stahl. We've called his number a few times tonight. Stahl, defensive lineman there, a junior. So it'll be second down now. Call it 10. Here's the handoff again. Lentz slowed up in the backfield one more time. This time jetting in on the play. Number 63, that's Isaac Landis, the outside linebacker, coming in and making the play. So very quickly getting the running back before he got his head of steam started.
Lower Dauphin just did a favor for Elizabethtown. There's going to be a 15-yard penalty, personal foul. Oh, they called it against both sides.
Offsetting.
I didn't see that.
So it brings up third down now, so it's a wash.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Elizabeth.
Wow.
I'm not sure what Elizabethtown's doing. They've come out in two tight ends, I backfield, quarterback under center, after going for 339 yards in the first half.
Almost changing your modus operandi. So it'll be third down now. 9 yards to go. And you got to find that number 21 somewhere, don't you?
Well,
he's been all over the field. Cummings seems to have been the target of choice here. Kay Capella, number 2. There's your pass the outside and wide open again. And no, it's going to be incomplete this time, or is it?
No, it's complete.
He catches it, but
he did not get the first down.
So you got to think that that might be the first time all night the punter will come in and kick it out of there. Let's wait and see. Or is Elizabethtown feeling jaunty here?
This might be a play where they try to draw him off sides on a long count.
So it's fourth down and 2. You got to think Josh Borelli saying to his kids, stay. Yeah, and you can see right down there, number 4, Joey Swartz is saying, stay put.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if they call the play here. Gutsy if they do. Yep, confidence in your offense, right? And they get the first down. So just quick pitch and catch to the outside again.
It's just that little 3-4 yard out route into the sideline.
And it was Brady Briald on the possession catch. And so how about that? Confidence there. Big play here of the second half.
See, now that's where I felt Lower Dauphin had to take a chance. You had to press that receiver there.
Yep.
And again, it's
just playing too safe there in that situation.
With the way teams are these days, with throwing the ball all off season, if you're going to give them that much room, you're going to end up with maybe not with stats like Josh Rudy has.
17 in a row he's thrown so far. Here's Rudy straight back. Rudy looking. Rudy near side. He's going to run with it. Rudy out across the 45 and steps out of bounds there after gaining about 5 on the play. It'll be second down and 5. 10:58 mark here in the third quarter. By the way, also in the first half, we left this out. Logan Lentz also had a 1-yard dive along with Hayden Haver in the first half. And, of course, 2 passing touchdowns. Cummings.
I'm guessing Coach Stokes wants to see some I formation and under center. They may go back to that later on, but now they're back to their normal spread sets.
Yep. Spread out 2 receivers near, 2 receivers far. Here's your handoff. Slowing down Lentz again at the line of scrimmage, doing a better job this half of getting the running back right away as Lower Dauphin. And he'll get back just barely to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're coming off the edges and getting him before he gets any head of steam going. Play developed a little slowly there.
So it'll be third down now and 5 for the Bears. Elizabethtown Bears 2-0 this season, averaging 47 points a game. And they're kind of on target to do that again here tonight if the trends continue. Although a little tough for this series, Lower Dauphin really kind of setting up a little bit more of a wall this time and slowing them down a bit. Fakes the handoff this time. And then gets to the outside again. Nobody pinning in. Josh Rudy fake to the middle. Nobody got him to get in the middle and get tackled, and so he's back to the outside. Another first down, safe run by Josh Rudy.
Yeah, the wide receiver on the upper side there, E-Town side, did a nice job. The corner came in to take Rudy, and he did not block him in the back. And Rudy stepped around the tackler and got the first down.
So again, it's Elizabethtown on the march. You talk about sustained drives. That's been their way they've worked all night long so far, Bill.
Yeah, they've been really good at I'm not sure what their third down conversion rate is. It's got to be 100%.
So here's Rudy. Handoff again. Lentz loose. Lentz open. Lentz trying to stay on his feet. Dives inside the 30. Rumbles down near the 27-yard line for another first down for Elizabethtown as they continue to rock.
And Lower Dauphin sending in some fresh troops up front. 3 new guys. They run an odd front with a nose, 3 down linemen, and they just sent in 3 new linemen.
So the ball down to the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. Rudy, handoff. Another good dive. A penalty flag down in the backfield, though, might well be a hold. We'll wait and see. Carrying that time was Hayden Haver. Well, let's see what the penalty is. It's going to be holding against Elizabethtown. That'll march it back. The ball come back big here, and no gain on the play, obviously, and a big loss instead.
At some point, we're going to see Cummings up the seam again. He's usually the slot receiver, and he's going to come up the seam the way Elizabethtown's playing it. He's either going to beat the guy down the seam on the hash, or he's going to run that corner route again that he scored the first touchdown on.
So the ball comes all the way back to the 42-yard line, where it'll be first down now and 25. Make that 23, rather, from the point of the infraction. First down and 23, 9:20 to go here in the third quarter from Hershey Park Stadium. Gary Sutton, Bill Chase with you, and all of our Invicta crew here tonight. There's your handoff again. He's trying to get somewhere to run and nowhere to go. But still pushing forward, though. Is that Lentz with the football? Yes. Inside the 40, down near the 39-yard line. So Lentz just taking the pile with him.
But there, Lower Dauphin, they got some hats on the ball. They had almost the entire team around the ball. So good job. Now you've got them in a second and 23, 24 yards.
Yeah. Got to get down to about the 18-yard line for the first down, and right now they're sitting out at the 39, so 21 yards to go. So second down. They'll call it 20 on the clock. We'll do the same. Rudy looking at pass. And there it is, the first incompletion of the night. He was looking at a guy on a swing route that time and could not hook up. Looked like he tried to get Haver out there on a little bit of a swing route on the outside, Bill.
Yeah, and it looks like they're rotating their coverage now to wherever Cummings is. They're putting a linebacker on him, and then the linebacker comes on the rush, but then they're rotating the safety over top of where Cummings is, depending which side, so we'll see if that continues.
Interesting adjustments here for Lower Dauphin. It's a third down and 20 now. Another big third down here, trying to get off the field is Lower Dauphin. Rudy looking. Rudy, space to run. Rudy's boxed in this time, and they're going to get him. And a nice job keeping him boxed in from the outside that time, letting nowhere to go. And again, in on the tackle, a guy who's been so active tonight, Marshall Stahl, doing the job.
Yeah, and the penalty put Elizabethtown behind the sticks, and Lower Dauphin took advantage of that. This has to be a punting situation for Elizabethtown.
Well, we're waiting to see, and don't see anyone coming out yet. Of course, they went for it back there in their own 30-some yard line, so what's to keep from going for it here? It's almost like saying, we respect our offense a lot more than we respect your defense. So let's take a look here. 4th and 24.
Now, if they don't punt here, I'll be shocked. The clock's run out. They got a delay. You're going to get 5 more punt yards.
So you're going to take it back now. It'll be 4th down and Hummelstown. So 8:20 to go here in the third quarter, and it's almost like you don't want to use your punter tonight, isn't it?
Well, if they're averaging 40-some points a game, maybe they haven't punted all year.
Yeah. And, of course, the kicking game tonight has not been terribly kind to them, as they got 2 touchdowns returned so far on the kickoff. So, maybe the punting isn't what they have in their mind. This will probably be like a punt if he throws it downfield and gets his receiver any kind of yardage. So Rudy looks, Rudy, and it's going to be knocked away. Two guys banging into each other for lower Dauphin, but they broke up the pass. The second pass missed here tonight by Rudy, and now great field position if you are lower Dauphin.
Yeah, I don't see many coaches going for it on 4th and 30-some. I don't quite understand that call, but
that's when you got a lot of swagger going on right there, and that's when you say, hey, we're averaging 47 a game. We got a lot of confidence, but man,
well, you're only up 7 points.
Exactly. I mean, situationally, you got to think, well, maybe the punt would have been better there. We got a timeout in the field. We'll take one as well. 8:15 to go here in the third quarter. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Isaac Landis, who helped to break up that play, coming off the field now under his own power, and a little wobbly, but Landis has played a heck of a game here tonight, Bill, and a big-time play there, breaking that up and giving Lower Dauphin a chance to get this game tied up with 8:15 to go in the third.
Yeah, you needed to stop them on 4th and 30-plus yards, and now E-Town's opened the door for Lower Dauphin again.
So here's your fake handoff. Nice job of getting forward that time by Bryce Forney with that little play that worked well for them in the first half of the opening drive.
Yes, he runs the ball very well.
He looked like he hurt his hand at the end of the first half. He was shaking it coming off the field, but looked no worse for wear there as he carried the ball. So Forney brings it up 2nd down and 3 to go. Ball down at the 45-yard line of Elizabethtown.
And this would be nice for them to go on a sustained drive, take maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes off the clock, and keep their defense off the field for a little bit.
Haven't really had one since the first quarter. Haven't had to with the runbacks by Milheims. Here's Milheims again. Milheim dances inside the 45 and scoots his way down to about the 43, maybe the 42. That'll bring up 3rd down and a long one. 7:21 to go. The clock continues forward here. Gary Sutton, Bill Chase with you. Chad Edwards, our whole Invicta crew out here tonight at Hershey Park Stadium. Venerable old place. Seen lots of championships over the years, state-wise, district-wise. A lot of concerts this time of year, too. And there it is, getting forward. Looks like he got enough for the first down, did Forney. So Forney just calls his own number. Instead, it's Milheims. Was that on the Wildcat?
Yeah, I think that was Wildcat. Forney was split out and actually went in motion.
So Milheims is going to pick up the first down. Good call here by Josh Borelli as the march continues. Ball at the 41-yard line. Forney looks over. Gets the play. Milheims in the backfield with him. One receiver in motion. That's Hagee. Milheims gets caught. Line of scrimmage is going to lose on the play as he's brought down by a host of Elizabethtown players.
Yeah, nice swarming to the ball by Elizabethtown there. And you've got to be looking for Milheims. Nobody else seems to be able to hurt you right now.
Candy Bradley leading the charge of Bears that time. Sharpened up their claws on that play. It's going to be 2nd down and 11 yards to go.
And they've taken Milheims out, give him a blow, and Gerard Sanders, number 33, is in the backfield.
Gerald Sanders, only a sophomore. So here's Forney, barking out the signals. A little bit of a curl route there. Is that a receiver screen there, Bill?
Yeah, that's just a quick screen where the receiver takes one step forward, then comes back to receive the ball, and the inside receiver moves to block his man. And then you have one-on-one situation with the other defender out there, usually the safety or outside linebacker.
It almost looked like Forney might have thrown it just a little bit early that time.
Yeah, it was not a great ball to handle. It was low at his feet.
5:56 in the third quarter. Big third down again, this time offensively for Lower Dauphin. Across the middle, he's got it. Hooked up with his man right there, inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line as Lower Dauphin finds Hunter Strome.
Yeah, if we watch this on the replay, I'm shocked that ball was not intercepted. And I think the Elizabethtown kid was shocked he didn't intercept it.
Hunter Strome, the tight end. Look at this pass. I mean, he gets it through a whole lot of hands right there to Strome's outside, and Strome, to his credit, hung on to it. Rumbles down to the 16-yard line where it's first down and 10 for Lower Dauphin in a very, very solid drive here so far. Milheim's back in. Milheim's going to get the handoff. Milheim's. And they're bottling him up regularly now. He gets to the 15-yard line, or make that down to the 15-yard line.
But this is what Lower Dauphin had to do. Take some time off the clock. This drive's probably been 3-4 minutes long now. 2 first downs.
Keeping the Elizabethtown offense off the field. Keeping theirs on, obviously. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Milheim's in the backfield with Forney. Now they'll bring Strome back in there at the tight end spot. Looks like blocking. There's that fake again on that jet sweep. And again, getting inside the 10-yard line is Bryce Forney. So they fake that jet sweep a lot, and then Forney goes across the middle.
Yeah, Forney might be a little shaken up on that play. Took a pretty hard hit.
So Forney comes walking out of there. And it looks like he wants to stay in. Getting the play called.
3rd and 3.
4 down territory, Bill?
I think so. Again, as I said earlier in the broadcast, this is not going to be a game of field goals.
Yeah, this game has the feeling of I want to match your touchdown every time down. It just has that kind of feeling. Here's Forney. Those 2 blockers into position. Puts Hagee in motion. Milheim diving for the first down. Does he have it? Looks like he might have been just a little bit short. Let's wait and see, though.
The guy on this sideline is calling 4th down. But that's okay.
Yeah, he dove.
Might see Wildcat here. Yeah, Forney's already split out down here, and Milheim's in the Wildcat.
Milheim's that big, tall guy. Wants to get a look at the defense. Has a few yards to play with. 4th and 1. Big play. Milheim's got it. Milheim's dives. Milheim's has the first down inside the 5-yard line where it's 1st and goal now for Lower Dauphin. 3:47 to go in the 3rd.
They got penetration there, but Milheim's made a nice little jump cut to the right and was able to get up and get the first down. Looks like right about the 5-yard line.
I said Milheim's not blazing speed and got those long, lanky legs, and you go for those legs a lot here, especially in those short yardage kind of situations. So 1st down and goal from the 5-yard line for Lower Dauphin. A great drive here to answer in the second half to Elizabethtown's, and they stuffed them there on that big penalty play. Here's Milheim. Sweet. Milheim's across. Milheim to the 3.
Nice tackle. Oh, we got a flag.
And it's a late flag. Could well be unsportsmanlike somewhere. Let's take a look at what we have here, and it's going to be against Elizabethtown if you believe Ellis Snow, who is pointing to Elizabethtown right now. New man into the game is Nathan Stuckey as Snow comes out. Also in there for Lower Dauphin, Steven Starsinik, tight end.
And that will be an automatic first down.
It'll be a new set of downs. You go half the distance to the goal line, which is going to take it down to about the 1.5-yard line.
We're going to see the Wildcat again.
Yep. So Milheim says, give it to me, I'll take it home for you. So here you go. First down, goal at the 2-yard line. Call it maybe the 1.5. Milheim.
Uh-oh.
And it's going to be recovered by Elizabethtown. Unbelievable. Wow. Talk about a huge turnaround. Here it is at 3:03 of the 3rd quarter.
The snap looked a little hard, but it looked like Milheim was starting forward, trying to get a running start into the line, and it cost him.
Came out high, and boy, 3:03, a bad snap, and talk about taking the air out of the Lower Dauphin sails here.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Elizabethtown's coaches are breathing a sigh of relief because that touchdown would have been on them. They gave Lower Dauphin a short field by not punting, and now let's see if they get back to doing what they did well in the first half.
You got to think they're going to start to mix it up here again. They've got the spread you saw here in the first half, and let's see. So a huge mistake here at the 3:03 mark. Bad snap is going to cost a touchdown here for Lower Dauphin, and right away they give the ball to Lentz. Lentz out to around the 15-yard line. Gained him about 3.5 on the play.
And I thought that play might look like it was going to break open for a little more yardage, and Lower Dauphin closed it up pretty quickly.
Lower Dauphin seems to have done a better job defensively here in the second half, don't you think?
They have, but Elizabethtown's kind of shot themselves in the foot. We're going to have a guy down with a cramp right now for Elizabethtown.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
And welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium. Player with a cramp back up there. By the way, stay tuned tonight at 11 o'clock on Fox 43 for Friday Night Football Frenzy. You've got Todd Sadowski, Andrew Callista, the whole Fox 43 crowd, and we'll be wrapping up this game here from the booth at Hershey Park Stadium afterward. Bill Chase and I. I'm Gary Sutton. Glad to be with you here tonight on the High School Sports Live Game of the Week here on Fox 43.2. And don't forget, coming up at the end of the game, the Capital Blue Cross post-game report, including the Hoffman Ford player of the game. Again, pass out to the near side to Briault. He's been the choice here in the second half so far, as the tackle is going to be made by Lower Dauphin's Connor Hassinger. And Briault a little slow getting up this time.
Yeah, Briault seems like the possession type receiver who they go to the short side. He's usually the single receiver, so he's getting generally one-on-one coverage. And they've been perfect to him so far just on the shorter routes.
And, of course, the big play guy all night long has been Braden Cummings in the first half, although he's not really they haven't gone to him here in the second half yet.
Well, like I said, I think they're rotating the safety over top of him when he's in the slot.
So it's going to be third down now, 1 to go.
I think they moved the sticks here.
Oh, they did. Okay, they have it on the board, third one. So
yeah.
We'll go first down and 10 to go. So there you go. Got to get the board operator working with the official down there a little bit better. So back to the set now. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line for Elizabethtown. Operate with a clean slate now. There's Haver carrying the ball. Hayden Haver has a touchdown for 1 yard tonight.
Yeah, Lower Dauphin definitely doing a better job. As I said at half, it's when two teams are both pretty solid teams and one team's not dominant over the other team. The 340 yards Elizabethtown got in the first half, that's just not sustainable.
So it'll be second down now, and 6 yards ago, ball spotted out at the 25-yard line.
At least if you're Lower Dauphin, you're hoping that's not sustainable.
Josh Rudy proving he's human here in the second half with 2 incompletions. There's Lentz. Lentz trying to find a way. Lentz pounding out over the 30-yard line. Looks like he has plenty for the first down as he gets out past the 31. And that's all he had to do, and the stakes move again. So looks like they're trying to exert their will a little bit physically right now on Lower Dauphin.
Yeah, you're seeing them chunk it 4 or 5 yards at a time, and if you're Elizabethtown, that is really, really nice to see, because you know that you can maybe run the clock down when you have to. Again, it's a one-score game. It seems like Elizabethtown should be winning this game by 3 or 4 scores, but it's a one-score game.
Talk about those guys up front. Braden Burkholder, number 69, Colin Huggins, 65, Zach Lippold, 78, Corbin Robinson, 68. These guys are really opening up some nice holes right now for their team as they slug it forward. A few more yards on that one. Second down coming up.
Yeah, that's just that little quarterback counter play. Rudy kept that one.
Bradley Candy, Lyndon Olson, all guys up on the offensive line there on that depth chart who are doing the job so far very, very well.
And I think they're going to let the quarter run out here.
That's exactly what they're going to do, and we'll go to the end of the third quarter. Elizabethtown is waiting for the final 12 seconds to tick off here at Hershey Park Stadium. They're going to take a 28-21 lead to the fourth quarter. The Bears have it all here. It's High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2. Back with more in the fourth quarter right after this.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
And welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium. This is the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week on Fox 43.2. Don't forget to watch Friday Night Football Frenzy on Fox 43 with Todd Sadowski and the whole crew over there, Andrew Callista. They're ready to bring you all kinds of games from all over the region. Being flushed out this time and then throwing it away for his third incompletion of the night is Josh Rudy. So again, good defense here by Lower Dauphin.
Yeah, if I'm Lower Dauphin, I'm really happy right now because this game should be 28-28. Most likely they would have scored had they not had the miscue down inside the 5-yard line. Looks like we've got a Lower Dauphin guy with a cramp.
Yeah, cramp's starting to become the momentary thing here because we're in the fourth quarter. These players have been on the field a long time. It's a hot night out here, so making sure you get some water in there and pull those toes back, the order of the day.
That's the difference between high school football now and what it was 20 to 30 years ago. You're running so many more plays in a game with, nobody's huddling anymore. If they do, they're sort of the outlier, and teams are running. Lower Dauphin last week ran 68 plays against Twin Valley. In 1985, if I would have run 68 plays against the team, I knew we won the game.
Yeah. 50 rushing yards so far this half, speaking of rushing, for E-Town. But I think, one of the things what have we seen here in the second half from Lower Dauphin? Much better defense. Again, they're playing without one of their best defenders in the backfield tonight, Charlie Fortney Jr., but what have they done differently here in the second half that's made them more effective?
I think they're taking a few more chances. It looks like they're bringing some guys from the off the edge a little bit more. They've tightened their coverage up a little bit more as well. And you noticed on that last play, Josh Rudy really wasn't able to get comfortable in the pocket and had to scramble towards his sideline. And in my opinion, they could have easily thrown an intentional grounding there.
E-Town is 7 for 9 in third down conversions tonight, so the number is really high on their side.
Yeah, if you're 7 for 9 in third down conversions, you're supposed to win the game.
It's a huge play coming up here for both these teams. For E-Town, you want to try to put it away on this possession, and on the other side, Lower Dauphin wants another chance after having that screw-up down there at the 1.5-yard mark and the costly fumble.
So this is number 3 is one of their safeties, I believe.
That's
and
Chiara.
They're already thin in the secondary.
Yeah, Logan Chiara is the guy
Fortney out.
He's been tough all night long, has Chiara. And he is he's the second guy in the depth chart there behind Snow, normally Ellis Snow.
I don't cramp up much anymore, but boy, they do hurt.
Oh, every now and then when you're sleepy and you have your leg go out there and cramp in the middle of the night.
Yeah, mine's about 3 a.m. in the morning.
Exactly. And there's no trainer there to help you. All right, 3rd down and 6. Huge play here, 11:54 of the fourth quarter. Josh Rudy got the screen set up, got what he wanted. Are they going to be able to get him? No. And one more time, that guy Braden Cummings is a thorn in the side of Lower Dauphin. They called that middle screen to Cummings, and he got the wide receiver screen and took off.
Yeah, he was in the slot there. They let everybody come, and then he just came snuck underneath. They did a nice job by flaring both the backs.
Looked like they had him for a moment on the far sideline, but could not get him down. And once again, Cummings keeps the drive alive. A good job again by Rudy of keeping his poise.
Yeah, Cummings is a really, really good football player.
I've really been impressed with the poise of Rudy tonight, though. I mean, he's really managing the offense very, very well. And here's a slash across the middle. He's got some yards coming this time. And again, that's Hayden Haver with a good carry, and now they're rumbling.
Yeah, that one opened up really nice. He stiff-armed two guys who had bad angles on him, and this is a crucial part of the game for Lower Dauphin.
Take a look at this replay right here. You can see Haver coming around, and watch the blocking there up front. Good job of just pushing out and opened up a big hole for Haver. He just follows right on through.
Elizabethtown is huddling now.
Tell you what, I saw Colin Huggins with a big block that time to open up the hole. Number 65. The ball at the 34-yard line. And this time it's going to be Lentz. Lentz barrels his way inside the 30, exerting his will now.
Yeah, Elizabethtown has a nice two-headed monster with these two running backs. They look exactly the same.
Haver and Lentz, yeah, they just take their turn. And then you flip Cummings in for those little cute plays now and then on like a jet sweep. And Rudy doesn't have to do a whole lot of running. He just sits back there and hands it off and says, let's go. So it'll be second down now. Ball down to the 28-yard line. Caught 2nd and 4. There's again Haver. Haver's got room to run on the outside. And again, big gaps now, and you got to think maybe fatigue is starting to set in on that defense for Lower Dauphin.
Yeah, Lentz again was the lead blocker there, and he was looking for somebody to block. I'm not sure who the contain man was supposed to be for Lower Dauphin.
Another guy slow to get up over there.
But E-Town's controlling the edge here now.
And the guy slow to get up right now is Tanner Webb. We've seen him get hit a couple times tonight. He's come off that same look, kind of holding that shoulder on the right side.
He's played hard. He ran that play down from the backside from the defensive line.
He's been around a lot of plays today. Even when he hasn't made the tackle, he's been putting some pressure on. For the Bears, 10:41 to go in the fourth quarter, knocking on the door again here. Ball at the 12-yard line, first down and 10. Lentz going to get it. Lentz straight ahead. Lentz to the 5, now down near the 4-yard line.
Yeah, this is now a situation where Lower Dauphin's coaches know that they're in trouble. They can't stop them on first down. When you're getting 6, 7, 8 yards on first down, it makes it real easy to just continue to run the ball.
Garrett Moyer checks back into the game, and coming out, number 77, Connor Hassiger. So it'll be second down now and 2 yards to go. Ball on the 4-yard line. Got to think this is going to be a steady dive to Lentz. There's Lentz again. Lentz pounds forward, gets behind his line. Lentz pushes. Is he in the end zone? Yes, he is. And Lentz with a 4-yard run for his second touchdown of the night. Logan Lentz, 4-yard run here at the 9:52 mark of the fourth quarter, and they just beat the offensive line right down the field, followed him behind him, and showed their power running that time, Bill.
Yeah, they exerted their will on them on that particular drive, particularly once they got into the red zone. But Haver and Lentz are punishing runners.
So early in the game, it was Rudy and Cummings. Now it's the Lentz-Haver show here as situational football in the fourth quarter, and just looking like they're trying to take it home. We're up 34-21. Field will be in here for the extra point effort.
I think I'm impressed with E-Town is they have nice balance. They can throw the ball, and they've shown that obviously. And obviously they want to run the ball with the 2 big backs.
Many questions about their offense tonight have been answered. They know how to make touchdowns, how to move the ball forward. Here's Pugh, spot down, kick up. Kick looks pretty good. It is 35-21, 9:52 to go in the fourth quarter. We take a break. We come right back. Elizabethtown leads it on High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
And welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium. Gary Sutton, Bill Chase with you here as you see some of the fans down there gathered on the sideline. And E-Town has 21st downs in the game. Lentz now over 100 yards rushing here tonight, Bill. So, as you said, good balance to go with that passing we saw in the first half, the perfect passing by Josh Rudy. Now here you have Lentz and Haver dividing the duties in the second half, running the football.
Yeah, so now E-Town's kicking off, and Caleb Fugue
and nice job running back up there for Ellis Snow.
I'm pretty certain Elizabethtown had some of their defensive starters, some of their better players. Lentz was on that kickoff team. Brault was on that kickoff team. I don't think they were normally on that kickoff team. So they made some adjustments there at halftime with that.
There was one reason why, and his name was Milheims.
Because if I'm Caleb Fugue, I'm telling the guys, look, I'm a 10th grade kicker. You can't leave me back here by myself.
Yeah, notice it says kicker, not tackler. So there you go. First down and 10 now for Lower Dauphin. They want to get something going right here, but they don't have a whole lot of time. They're down 2 scores, 9:48 to go in this one here in the fourth quarter. Don't forget, coming up at the end of the game is our Capital Blue Cross post-game report, including our Hoffman Ford player of the game. Across the middle, good pass there, and out over the 50-yard line and into Elizabethtown territory right away. So nice pass. Good hook up that time by Bryce Forney.
Yeah, it had the look of a run-pass option. I'm not sure he was actually reading it, but clearly he selected. They ran the right play there.
And he got Hunter Strom again, the tight end, who's been a target a couple times tonight for him.
Yeah, and he's just a freshman.
Not built like a freshman. You know, he looks like a pretty solid player there off the right side of that line at tight end.
Well, he does play middle linebacker for him.
Here's Milheim. Milheim picking his way through. Milheim gets on down to the 45-yard line. Maybe a couple pick up on the play.
Yeah, they're not getting that initial opening that they were getting early in the game for him. So they're not going to be able to go that route.
He seems more the kind of guy that's going to, student body right, student body left kind of guy. A little hook to the outside. Because he's kind of tippy-toeing his way through right now, and they are really keen on him in the backfield.
Well, they're getting early penetration.
So here's Bryce Forney. Second down, 8 yards to go, 45-yard line. Forney looking, Forney flushed out, Forney up the middle. Forney's going to get down to the 43, maybe the 42-yard line. Good job of getting out of trouble there, but he was boxed in pretty well.
Yeah, they made him uncomfortable right away by pushing up on the outside, and he stepped up nicely just to get a gain. Again, this is 4-down territory for Lower Dauphin at this stage. They have that guard tackle alone down here, so they're going to send 17 off the edge, who will possibly be unblocked.
I've been looking at Strom a lot tonight. Also look at Ellis Snow in this kind of situation, number 9 or number 7. Put Milheim in motion. They're going to throw it out to Milheim and let him run with it. And they smelled it out. It's going to be a fumble, or is it? No, incomplete pass. So fourth down now with 8:02 to go, and this is kind of your final gasp offensively, really. If you're down 2 touchdowns, you got to keep the drive going here if you're Lower Dauphin.
And as predicted, 17 came off the edge. They got rid of the ball quickly, though.
So that was Owen Dommel coming off the edge there with some pressure again from his defensive back spot. So fourth down now and 6 yards to go for Lower Dauphin.
So Lower Dauphin's in a little more traditional set now with the trips open here.
See if they put Milheim in motion again as they did the last play. Again, caught in the backfield, brought down at the 50, and that is going to be possession turnover to E-Town. Does a great job of getting penetration that time by the Bears. And you saw Brendan Lehman leading the charge, number 87 there. Lehman getting some high fives from his players. He runs off the field, and Elizabethtown will take over now. 7:58 to go, and I don't know if you see another pass the rest of the game here for the Bears, do you?
I don't think so. Not the way they were running the ball. Lower Dauphin is got to be emotionally a little bit spent right now. So I expect a lot of Lentz and Haver.
You think back to that 3:03 mark of the third quarter, the bad snap at the 1.5-yard line, and it looked like they were going in for the touchdown after stopping E-Town, and boy, everything turned around right from there, and E-Town went in that long march and just wore them down.
Well, wrong again.
And just as I said it, where did they go? Cummings. And Cummings with another great
What a
catch.
catch.
Oh, my goodness. What a throw from the 50-yard line to Cummings, who catches it at the 18, 32-yard pickup. It was a good throw by Rudy leading him, but I'll tell you what, Cummings just turns in a catch here. Let's take a look at it again.
I think this is one of the few times they have Cummings isolated as a single receiver. He's usually played the slot.
Look at that. And then covers up the pass very well. Keeps the hands underneath it. Wow. He has been dynamite tonight. I think that's his 9th catch of the evening. Add 32 more yards onto it, and he's been just phenomenal tonight. Here's Rudy. Rudy's going to keep it himself. Rudy trying to follow his blockers. Rudy picks his way through. Rudy down to the 5, maybe down to the 7 rather.
So they'll probably huddle up again now. They're taking their time. They'll run as much time off the clock as they can.
No particular hurry, but they are totally in control now, and barring some kind of turnover, looking like they're going to have everything their way here in the final 7 minutes, 18 seconds. Ball on the 8-yard line will be first down and goal.
I like that E-Town huddles. A lot of teams won't huddle. I like that they huddle in situations like this.
And here's Lentz right back there, the sidecar with him. There's Lentz, takes that one step back. Lentz near side. Lentz is going to get in the end zone and dives in and gets another touchdown. 3rd touchdown tonight for Logan Lentz. 8 yards out this time. And E-Town really in gear right now.
Yeah, they came out a little slow in the second half. Again, I wasn't sure what they were trying to accomplish by coming out 2 tight ends and old school I formation, but they only did that 2 times.
So Lentz with 3 touchdowns tonight. Rudy with 2 passing touchdowns. Haver with 1 so far. And they're right on schedule here, although they finally missed an extra point from Fuchs. So it's 41-21, a 21-point lead, or 20-point lead rather, with 6:56 to go in the ball game. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week, all here on Fox 43.2.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
6:56 to go in this one. Try this on tonight. Braden Cummings, number 21, has 10 catches for 214 yards and a touchdown, and has been absolutely phenomenal tonight. And in every big third down situation, it seems like he was the guy in the first half catching the ball, and here in the second half caught the biggest third down situation for him. So, and making a phenomenal catch a moment ago acrobatically. So ready to kick off now, and let's see if they kick to Milheim's. Flat kick downfield, picked up by Snow. Snow across 35, Snow open, Snow across the 45, out to the 47-yard line, and big yardage again picked up here by Lower Dauphin as they have good field position. 6:49 to go in this one.
Despite having good field position most of the game, Lower Dauphin has to be concerned going forward that they really only have scored 1 offensive touchdown, and that was in their first drive. Their other 2 touchdowns came on kickoff returns.
Of course, they were poised to score another one there at the 1.5-yard mark, but
they were.
Yeah, the turnover cost them, but they did have a good march there. So, in fairness, 2 good drives in the game so far. But as you said, you want to sustain those regularly. So here's the pitch back. Milheim's, and that's where Milheim seems like he's pretty good. Get him out there on the flat, and that's where he operates.
Yeah, Elizabethtown's really clogged up the middle on him from earlier in the game. On that first drive, it looked like he was going to have a pretty comfortable evening running up the middle, but Elizabethtown's done a nice job. Elizabethtown has a little more beef than Lower Dauphin does.
Here's a timeout called on the field by the official. And let's see what the timeout is for. So 6:28 to go here in this one. Again, coming up after the game, our Capital Blue Cross post-game report, including the Hoffman Ford Player of the Game, the Capital Region Insurance Agency Play of the Game. Now, you can pick one out tonight. You got a lot to choose from here this evening. And we'll discuss the Hoffman Ford Player of the Game as well. We've had a whole lot of people on the field tonight here that could certainly earn that. So penalty called here, and Lower Dauphin will get it all the way down to the 33-yard line. So Bryce Forney looks over, gets the play he wants. His partner back there, Milheim, trips near side. Here's Milheim straight forward. Milheim flashes across the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Precious seconds go off the clock here, though. It's 6 minutes. You got to have holding here on Lower Dauphin. That's going to march them back.
And they just can't afford those penalties at this point.
Haven't had a lot of penalties here tonight, has Lower Dauphin. I don't know what the number is, but less penalties in E-Town. But in this case, this penalty kills them with the holding penalty. Five penalties for 45 yards so far tonight for Lower Dauphin.
Yeah, and that's improved from last week where they had 9 markers against them.
That's one of the things you said as a coach. You want to see improvement week to week, first game to second game. So first down now and 20. There's your screen play. Man, it's just all covered up.
Yeah, you fooled Elizabethtown the first time you ran it. The previous, the last 2 or 3 times they've run it, just hasn't been there. It looks like they play the old traditional slow tackle where you don't have pass rush responsibility. You're just looking for the screen.
Yeah, Milheim's is right there in the middle. And, of course, an impact player like that, everybody had their eyes on number 10. So second down now, 24 yards to go. You need a pass play of some kind here. You seem to like to throw that to Hunter Strom a lot of times, the tight end. He's been the guy who's caught a few of these tonight.
Yeah, he's in the slot down here in the middle.
There's your pass, a little swing pass out to Milheim. Was that pass interference? No.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good coverage. Even though he didn't look for the ball, I don't think he interfered with Milheim.
Right.
That was Milheim's coming out of the backfield.
That's a little swing pass. Or those.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to develop because you're running from the backfield trying to get down the sideline.
Saw Penn State win their game last week on that swing pass. Same kind of play against Purdue. So it'll be third down now, 24 yards to go. And
I think you'd try to pick up 9 or 10 yards here at least.
Get yourself in a position where you only have to pick up another 10 or 12. 3 receivers near side. A little razzle-dazzle there for a second. Kind of a little hook and ladder play there. The catch was made by Snow, and then he handed it off to Gerald Sanders, who was in there. Pretty aggressive tackle. So it'll be fourth down now. 24 yards to go, 4:22 to go.
They're bringing a lot of players in, so I'm guessing they're punting.
So in to do the punting is the guy who does all the kicking chores with them, Brandon Fritz.
You know, and a lot of people think, why are you punting? You're down by 20 points. Well, it's
a sign of respect at this particular point.
Well, it's 4th and 25.
Yeah, what do you have to prove? A nice punt by Fritz, by the way. As it goes down to the 10, 11-yard line, and nice punt by Fritz. No return on the play, so 3:53 to go. Elizabethtown with the football, and pretty much a comfortable 20-point lead here right now at Hershey Park Stadium.
We have a penalty against Lower Dauphin.
And I would think that E-Town probably would decline it.
I would think so. It's probably a 15-yarder, but I would still decline it and just get my offense out there and run off the last 3:52.
You got a 20-point lead. Now, they might not. Coach Stokes out there discussing his options right now.
I know in the NFL you take the penalty.
I think he's going to take the penalty here, too.
Yeah, Coach Stokes must be on the analytics.
So right now his team back down at the other end. Nobody seems to be moving just yet. The official is still talking it over. So I think they're going to bring it back up here a ways. I mean, this is like a 45-yard difference. Yeah. And then some.
Yeah, I get that. I have no problem taking.
Yeah.
I have no problem taking that penalty. But you're down inside the 10. Make them punt it again.
Yeah, you still have a chance to lose the game, technically, if you make some mistakes. So bring it back up here where you're operating their end of the field.
Yeah, that's definitely the right call.
Talk about 45 yards, 50, 55, 60.
Yeah, how long? How big a penalty
This
was
is like
that?
all the way down. My goodness.
Was that that had to be more than 15 yards he marked
Oh my
off.
goodness. That's a 30-yard. We just went from being down around the 8-yard line, 5-yard line, and we're now on the other end of the field. Talk about a change of momentum. Good grief.
Well,
ball at the 22-yard line now of Lower Dauphin.
I guess we spoke too soon about Lower Dauphin not having a bad night penalty-wise.
Yeah, that just got zonked. Looks like Lentz in there at the Wildcat. Or is it?
Yeah, they're going to punt again. I think they just
Okay.
I think they're just confused as to
where we're at of this whole thing, yeah. Tell you what, I've seen United Nations confabs that were a little shorter than that one.
What's a confab?
A confab is getting together in a big meeting. You like that?
Yeah.
That's a word we use at about 10 o'clock at night on a Friday night. Oh,
now
guess what?
So
it worked out. Lower Dauphin's going to get it back because it looked like E-Town had their hands on the ball, and they did, so they get it right back out at the 47-yard line, and a strange change of possessions, but E-Town could never get their hands around that ball.
And that's a situation where you'll go back into meetings and you'll work on it next week. It's 3:40 left in the game. You're ahead by 20. The other team's punting on 4th and, a mile.
Right.
Just don't touch the ball. Just don't go near the
Right.
ball.
Get away from it.
We're going to get the ball. Don't go near it.
Take a look at this. This is kind of that moment of indecision. You're right. They'll talk about this. Should I, shouldn't I? And then they lose it. And then a good play getting down there. You saw number 80 for Lower Dauphin. That was Steven Sarstinik getting in there and forcing the turnover. And here comes good run near side. And a good pickup here for Lower Dauphin.
And we're going to get a flag on the Lower Dauphin coach.
Wow. Josh Borelli's going to get.
I don't know if it's Coach Borelli, but
or
it's
one of his staff.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is in football. In basketball, I always said to my assistants, you never get a foul, a technical foul. If there's going to be one, I'm going to get it.
Yes.
I had one get one time, and he wasn't an assistant for a whole lot longer. So there you have it. You got you just got a nice pickup, got a little momentum going for your team, and you give it back with a penalty here. And I think Coach Borelli is looking down there. He's not terribly happy about that himself.
Well, I think this is the difference between high school rules and the NFL. In the NFL, that is probably a penalty. But in high school football, they're not going to call that. They'll call that. That would have been a penalty in the NFL.
You just had an assistant coach go over there and get right in the referee's face. I think it was the defensive coordinator. I'm not sure.
So back to my point with the NFL, they're going to call that every time because they're paid to protect the quarterbacks. And he was clearly running out of bounds.
Right.
But in high school football, they will not. The officials are not going to call that. If they do, I think they're making the wrong call. As long as he's still in bounds, you're still going after him.
So here you go, ball at the 44-yard line. Lower Dauphin with it, looking for a bunch. Now again, getting out of bounds is going to be Bryce Forney running for his life here.
I think he's cramping up. But that's one of the things I think high school fans have to understand. They watch a lot of NFL or a lot of college games, and the rules are, I won't say they're a lot different, but there are a lot of little
nuances?
Nuances that that are different between each level of football. Now we've got another flag. This game's getting out of control in the last 3 minutes here.
Getting a little chippy right now. And this one's going to be against E-Town.
Yeah, there's no reason for E-Town to be getting all flustered here.
Coming up at the end of the game, as we said, the Capital Blue Cross post-game report, including the Hoffman Ford Player of the Game, the Capital Region Insurance Agency Play of the Game, and lots to talk about after this one.
And you hate to see games digress into this type of situation where, you know, Lower Dauphin's clearly frustrated. Yeah. Timeout Elizabethtown. I like this timeout by Elizabethtown. They just got a 15-yard penalty.
Calm everything down.
I like the timeout. I want to see the coach get these guys over there and say, look, we're winning by 20 points. Let's just end this game. We played a really solid football game. Let's not make things ugly.
Friday Night Football Frenzy coming up tonight on Fox 43 with Todd Sadowski and Andrew Callista and all the great crew there. And they'll be taking you through all the games around South Central Pennsylvania, and there are a lot of them they're covering tonight. So check them out at 11 o'clock, Fox 43. This is Fox 43.2 tonight, our game of the week, and we're so proud to be bringing you this game here live from Hershey Stadium tonight. Bill Chase, Gary Sutton, Chad Edwards, the whole Invicta crew tonight. Thanks to Charlie Fortney and all the hard work he did for the game here tonight. And RJ, our statistician tonight, along with Travis. Two statisticians in one game tonight. Man, we've been treated to a whole great evening tonight, and it's just been fun to watch this football game. Been a lot of action in this one here this evening. A couple key moments at 3:03 mark of the third quarter. Big moment on the bad snap for Lower Dauphin. Looked like you were going in to tie this one up at the 1.5 yard mark. Bad snap, fumble, and it's turned around for E-Town ever since then. Here's Lower Dauphin now. 1st and 10, ball at the 39-yard line of Elizabethtown. They'd like nothing more than to get one more touchdown here. There's that screen play to the middle again, and they're going to get all the way down to the 30-yard line.
So that's Carter Burton in at quarterback, number 8. He's a sophomore, and they gave him a nice little safe throw at the beginning. Now, I'm not sure why you're bringing your quarterback back in. You're not going to win this game.
So Bryce Forney coming back in now, and
I know you want to score again.
Yeah. Well, no quitting him. You can certainly give him that pat on the back. 2nd down and 2, 2:58 to go. So here's Forney back. Forney looks again. Forney's looking for Milheim, throws it out of the backfield, and Milheim's got it. Touchdown. And another touchdown for Milheim tonight as Forney with a great pass from the 31-yard line, a 31-yard strike from Forney to that guy Milheim. Has been tough all night long, and Milheim's with his 3rd touchdown tonight, first one on a catch.
Thankfully, Forney had about 5 seconds back there and still wasn't getting threatened, and Milheim just outran the coverage on that swing route out of the backfield, down the sideline. Perfect throw by Bryce Forney.
So Forney has one himself tonight on rushing, and he throws one here to Milheim, and then Milheim has 2 more on the kickoff runbacks. So 41-27, a little more respectable now, 2:44 to go. In for the extra point is Fritz. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 41-28, 2:44 to go in this one. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
So Lower Dauphin scores here to get back to 13 points, and kind of a nice job, a little bit of a disjointed drive there, but a drive nevertheless, Bill, and they got in for the 7, and another catch by Milheim. A great pass there on the other side. You wondered why Bryce Forney came back in? Just for that reason.
I
Threw the
guess
touchdown.
I stand corrected there.
Yeah, but that was it. So Forney with a touchdown pass here, 31 yards to Milheim.
And I assume we're going to see the onside kick here, and Elizabethtown thinks that also.
Milheim tonight with 261 all-purpose yards. How's that for an evening?
He's a good football player, and he's only a junior.
Yep, he's going to be back for a lot more. This is a Lower Dauphin team that's going to be pretty good. Boy, everybody coming down the field there. It was like Hummelstown unloading on Elizabethtown.
That was a nice job. I think it was Ian Brosey, number 1, who recovered that. He ran it down after it went by him.
Yeah, Ian Brosey did a good job of jumping on top of that for the E-Town Bears. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 43, and now you just want to kind of get a first down or two and get out of here with a W if you're E-Town, right?
Yeah, and Lower Dauphin has 3 timeouts left, so they're probably going to use them pretty quickly in succession here.
So there's the keeping the ball on the ground. You give it to Lentz. Sure hands. So you were talking about the offense leg before the game and wondering if, the 2 wins they had, did they really average 47 a game? Looks like they're fully capable of getting up in the 40s pretty regularly. He had 41 points again tonight, Bill.
Yeah, I like their balance. I just didn't know a lot about their kids or a lot about their program, but they have some good skills.
Obviously a tough quarterback's only missed 3 passes all night long. You got 2 good running backs here. You've got maybe one of the best receivers we've seen in a long time, Braden Cummings, and Cade Capello and Brady Brialt. So, I mean, you've got a nice combination there of people to throw to when you need to. So it'll be interesting as they progress forward in the season to see in some of the big games they play with some of these other teams, how good they really are. But they look pretty good right now.
Yeah, their upcoming schedule, I believe they play Red Lion next week in their last non-league game. And then the Lancaster Lebanon League has shifted things around by having the Berks League come in. A lot of Berks teams have come in, and LL League has a lot of 5A teams, so they're spread across 2 or 3 divisions. Manheim Central, Warwick, Governor Mifflin, they're all up in LL2. And in LL3, you have Elizabethtown, Garden Spot, Ephrata, Solanco, and then some of the Berks teams, Fleetwood, Daniel Boone, Twin Valley, who Elizabethtown's going to play.
Speaking of the LL League, we're going to be there next week over at Columbia High School. Lancaster Catholic and Columbia, you talk about a great old backyard battle there. Those 2 teams get it on.
One of the first games I ever went to as a high school student was Columbia against Manheim Township.
There you go. Columbia doing pretty well in football. The Burks, Mike Burke Sr., Mike Burke Jr., the coaches there over the years, and they've just continued on and have another good team again this year. So that could be a great matchup, and we'll be bringing you that on High School Sports Live TV next week, 7 o'clock. That'll be on the 16th.
The legendary Jack Yo was the head coach at Columbia back when I went.
When I coached basketball there, Jack was the football coach, and we used to talk regularly. You talk about a guy that was a good guy and a tough guy and a great football coach. Jack Yo certainly goes down as one of the best ever there at Columbia.
He went over to Hempfield after that for a few years.
Did a good job.
I remember when I got my first head coaching job at Wyoming Valley West, we were at 7-on-7 camp, and Jack Yo would come up every morning and say, nothing like a good shave in the morning. I mean, he was just as straight-laced as they came, but I knew players that played for him, and they loved him.
They really did. He was a great guy. Well, I want to tell you about Advanced Hoops this fall. Advanced Hoops Fall D1-led training program starts next weekend, September 10th and 11th. Competition classes in every age group, but more unique is the D1-led point guard, D1-led post, D1-led shooting, and the D1-led speed and agility classes. Go to www.advancedhoops.com to sign up and see the high school in-house league as well as the Raw Sports College Showcase invite only is coming up. AdvancedHoops.com. They do a great job over there teaching. So 4th down, 7 yards to go. Rudy looking. Rudy trying to scamper away. Rudy's just probably going to keep it and run himself. And Rudy, 1st down. Yet another one here as he gets out of trouble and gets a 1st down for his team. And that ought to pretty much put this one away with 1:43 to go, even though he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, so that was 4th and 7 inside their own 50, and they decided to go for it. Again, that's 2022 football for a lot of programs.
Taking no chances, though, of punting it away or having a bad snap, I guess. Put it in the hands of your quarterback and just let him keep it and run it, and it paid off.
Yeah, I don't know anything about their punting situation, so maybe that's where they're at.
Hunter might have been on vacation tonight, who knows, but Here's Lentz. Lentz banging across the 35-yard line down to the 32, and Lentz just continues to punish.
Now you can huddle up and take a knee 3 times, and that'll be it most likely now.
How do you feel about this as a coach right now? I mean, you have enough points on the board. Obviously, you're going to win the game. Just a matter of now sportsmanship at this point.
Well, not only that, but I don't want to get Lentz hurt. I don't want to get Rudy hurt. I don't want something freaky to happen.
Right.
You know, you've shown me you're the better team tonight.
And here you go. It's going to be one more handoff. Looks like that might have been Hayden Haver that time. And there's actually a flag down in the defensive backfield right now.
So that's going against
Elizabethtown. Actually Elizabethtown, so you're going to walk it back.
So Lower Dauphin has 1 timeout left. I don't know if they're inclined to use it or not. I'm still looking at taking a knee here with 1:07 to go.
Yeah, you would think right now that that's the easy way out. And
the clock got stopped because of the penalty on the offense. But if you take a knee here, they call a timeout. Then you take 2 more knees. The game's over.
So here they are now. They're going to have Rudy take the snap and another handoff. And again, it's Lentz, and Lentz is going to run forward, and Lentz not looking like he's taking a knee at all. He's down to the 21-yard line. Another first down here with 59 seconds to go, and it looks like Elizabethtown may be looking for a little bit more here.
Well, they're running the ball, and I'm not going to criticize a coach for continuing to run the ball. If he put it up in the air, I might say something different.
Right. Well, letting the clock roll down now a little bit, under 47 seconds.
Lower Dauphin's not going to use their last timeout. They've pretty much said, look, we got it. We salute you.
Yep. They put Lentz in motion. This time it's going to be Haver. And they're going to bring Haver down. That just might be the last play of the game. We'll see.
It should be.
So Haver off the right side, but 41-28 here, 22 seconds to go in this one. Stay with us as we give you our Hoppin' Ford player of the game coming up at the end in our Capital Blue Cross post-game report. And Elizabethtown says that's enough. 10 seconds to go as we count it in. Gary Sutton, Bill Chase with you, Chad Edwards, our whole and Vicar crew here tonight. Thank you to all of you for watching here this evening as we tick down to 0 and a 41-28 win here tonight for the E-Town Bears, as they show they are a pretty dominant team and one to be respected here in District 3 5A. We'll take a break. We'll come right back with our Capital Blue Cross post-game report, including the Hoppin' Ford player of the game and the Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game, all straight ahead on High School Sports Live TV. It's on Fox 43.2. Back after this.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
And welcome back to our Capital Blue Cross post-game report. Our Capital Region Insurance Agency Player of the Game coming up, our Hoffman Ford Player of the Game here at Hershey Stadium tonight, our High School Sports Live Game of the Week. Gary Sutton, Bill Chase with you here. And, Bill, you look at this game here tonight. It was really Elizabethtown showing all its offensive wares here this evening.
Elizabethtown's a very, very skilled team. Like I said, I didn't know a lot about a lot of their players. But you have a quarterback that went 15 for 15 in the first half. I've never seen that. You had a good wide receiver. You have two thud running backs that are going to hurt you. So very, very impressed.
You look at these teams tonight. Rudy went 17 for 17 before he finally missed a pass, the quarterback for E-Town tonight, and did a great job. Only missed 3 passes all evening long. Didn't have to throw the ball a whole lot in the second half, so he turned it over to those 2 running backs, Logan Lentz and Hayden Haver, who accounted for 4 touchdowns between the 2 of them. Rudy throwing 2 touchdown passes tonight. A guy really impressed us tonight, though, was Braden Cummings a lot, who caught 10 balls for over 214 yards. I mean, he was stunning this evening.
Yeah, that's a whole season for a lot of receivers. I was very impressed by him. Ran good routes, found open areas, and when he had to, he went up for the ball and when covered.
I thought the second half, Lower Dauphin did a nice job. Defensively, played much better. That 3:03 mark of the third quarter, they're going in to tie it up. They're a yard and a half out. They got Milheims at the Wildcat, and they just hiked it over top and the turnover. And from there on in is with Elizabethtown in control of the game.
Yeah, Lower Dauphin had chances in the second half, and that turnover was really crushing for them. But that was their chance. They needed to score there, make it 28-28, because by the time the fourth quarter came, they were pretty tired.
246 all-purpose yards today for Ty Milheims on the other side, wearing number 10 for the Falcons. Had a great night. 2 run backs on kickoffs, 1 for 88 yards, 1 from 61, and then the 31-yard touchdown pass he caught there at the end. Milheims looking really sharp there tonight.
Yeah, he's going to be the key for them going forward. They now get into league action next week, and they have games that they can win now. They play Mifflin County, they play Redland, they play Palmyra coming up. I don't think they play McDevitt until the last game of the year, so they have games that they can win. So they're 2-1. Hey, win the next 3 weeks and you're 5-1.
Had a chance to rest Charlie Fortney Jr. tonight, who's a big part of their offense and their defense as a receiver and also as a defensive back, and they'll get him back. So, they'll be a little bit more at full strength maybe next week. Our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game tonight. This was probably as exciting a play as we saw all evening as it was an answer that this team had tonight. Lower Dauphin, let's take a look at it right here. It's Ty Milheims, and take a look. You said you're not sure how quick he is, but man, does he cover a long bit of turf, and he just ran away from the kicker there at the end, Fugue, in for an 88-yard touchdown return. That's one of 2 tonight on kickoff. The other one's only 61 yards.
Had Caleb Fugue made one of those tackles, I would have voted for him for player of the game.
That's like trying to knock down a steam truck coming at you. Caleb Fugue there with the kickoff tonight. A couple of those run back on him. And, of course, our Hoffman Ford player of the game tonight, this was tough because you look at Josh Rudy the night he only had 3 misses. But, you know, the guy we saw tonight who was outstanding, acrobatic catches everywhere, Braden Cummings. Number 21, they called his name often, and in big moments tonight, look at him. Look at his catch late in the game. And then covering up, making sure it was a completed catch, didn't let the ball hit the ground. But Cummings was open every time they wanted him. And, of course, good passes from Rudy, but Cummings for one of his touchdown catches there. And Braden Cummings, our Hoffman Ford player of the game here tonight, and there you see it again. Just a very, very seasoned football player, and what a set of hands we saw here tonight.
He not only knows how to get open, but he knows what to do once he gets open. Whether to continue to accelerate or sit down in the seam, really seems like a smart player.
I want to thank Travis Sparks, our statistician tonight, RJ, who did a great job here this evening, Charlie Ford, who helped out, and the founder of the Feast. Of course, Chad Edwards and his whole Invicta crew here tonight. Travis Sparks, as we mentioned, our statistician back at the station. Next broadcast, Lancaster Catholic and Columbia. You talk about a great rivalry. Right there it is. That's going to be down at Columbia's Field next Friday. We'll be there. 6:30, we'll bring you our pregame, and, of course, 7 o'clock, we'll bring you the game, the Lancaster-Lebanon League, on display next week. Bill, you got a week off, but we're going to see you very soon again, and thank you for a great job here tonight. Really good work with you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bill Chase here tonight with me. I'm Gary Sutton. Once again, the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week will be coming to you next week in Columbia, but tonight it was Elizabethtown 41, Lower Dauphin 28. Have a great evening, everyone, and thanks for watching us on Fox 43.2. And don't forget, Friday Night Frenzy on Fox 43.